All right, so we'll just go ahead and move to the next slide here. So I do like, so I didn't do a table of contents because, like I said, I got a lot of content. So I just kind of
Yeah.
want to breeze through this.
Need like
At
a
in,
floor of content.
exactly. At any time, if anybody has any questions, I also have the docs pulled up on a separate monitor, so we can go through and we can figure it out. Because a lot of this stuff is kind of new to me. I've been studying it throughout the week, and yeah, it should be a lot of fun. So here, I'll go ahead and read this, and yeah, we'll jump right into it. Yeah, pretty much today's training is going to be HARMS AGM 88 HARMS is a high-speed anti-radiation missile. HARM is a tactical air-to-surface missile designed to home in on electronic transmissions coming from surface-to-air radar systems. The AGM-88 can detect, attack, and destroy a radar antenna or transmitter with minimal aircrew input. The proportional guidance system that homes in on enemy radar emissions has a fixed antenna and seeker head in the missile's nose. A smokeless, solid propellant, booster sustainer, rocket motor propels the missile at over Mach 2. Got a little picture here. And the majority of the pictures here I have is directly from the documents. A lot of them came out a little crappy, so I'll explain each one as we go along. All right. Okay, so we got the threat tables. Now, like I said, it's a little unorthodox, but it's all going to make sense when we get to the end. So pretty much for the threat tables, this will probably be new to a lot of people, but from the upfront controls of DED, when you're in air to ground master mode, the harm is selected will be displayed adjacent to 0. So pretty much on the ICP, press 0, access. Harm is not selected. Okay, hold on. Okay, yeah. So make sure you're in air to ground master mode and your harm is selected as your air to ground weapon. And when you press 0 on the ICP, as you see the miscellaneous page over here, the picture on the top right, harm will be displayed. I have a red circle there right underneath where you should see harm. So if you're not in air to ground master mode and you don't have harm selected as your air to ground weapon, you won't see the harm there. And therefore, you're not going to have the page is not going to pull up for your threat. And yeah, so if you don't have harm, it will be blank on the DED miscellaneous page next to the label 0, and access to the harm DED page is inhibited. Threat tables are cycled from table 1 to table 3. So there are 3 tables. There's actually 4, but the first one is nothing. Then you have table 1, 2, and 3 using the DED increment decrement switch, which I have an arrow pointing to it right there. So it's right underneath the 7 on the bottom of the ICP. And the data control switch, we all know that the DCS switch uses the position asterisk to the desired field. And another thing on that, we'll get to it when you put in your codes, you do have to press enter, and then of course dobber up and down with the DCS switch. Threat tables continue from the POS or HAS page. Pressing OSB number 5 on the upfront controls. This will cause the harm threat table currently displayed on the MFDs to be displayed on the DED. So of course from the 2D page, when we go into your data cartridge, usually the best way you can go ahead and pre-program your threat tables, but you can still do it on the fly. The harm threat table page displays and allows changes to the 5 entries in each of the harms tables. Each field can accept decimal IDs ranging from 0 4095. The IDs have to be unique, and no 2 identical IDs can be set up in the same page or across pages. So as you see in the picture up there, that's table number 1, and then you have T1 through T5. So that's pretty much threat 1, threat 2, threat 3, all the way down to 5. So in there, you can have, let's see, your search radar, acquisition radar, tracking radar, whatever for like an SA2 or SA3, but they all have to be unique. So you can't put that in table 2, can't put it anywhere in table 3, so on and so forth. So usually you would just have like your first table would probably be like your main for primary ones, and your second table would be your secondary, or that one word, carrier. I can't even say that one right now. Anyhow, next. Oh yeah. And on that same picture there, you can see to the left, that's in a POS mode. HAS mode is in the middle. Now I'm going to warn you guys, I have not used HAS mode. I don't have any instructions in that. I'm pretty sure we're going to be mainly using HAD and POS. I just want to throw that out there.
So HAS is basically, it stands for harm as sensor. So
Mm-hmm.
has the same level of usability as the HAD. but
Can
you
you go
use
back up one?
but you're using the harm as a sensor. So it'll show up the same on the MFDs here, the middle MFD, the middle picture here. It'll have the same type of thing, and it'll have like the 3 or the 7, whatever you have on there. You could slew it to the actual number, and you could lock onto it. It'll do the same handoff, just like the HUD, and then you can launch the missile. I don't think it has range on there. I think you just have to kind of know if it's out of your range or not, because it's using
I
the
think
harm as a sensor and it doesn't really know how far it is.
I think it's above the line is out of range, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
So yeah, the 3 and the 7 are your stations, so don't get confused
Yeah,
by that.
those are the stations, but the
And then the 10 AC right there on the left-hand side is going to be your acquisition radar for the SA-10.
yep, and they'll show up within that cross, so it'll show up in there, and the top is what it sees. So if there's a 10, a 3, and a 6, it'll have 10, 3, 6 at the top, and it'll populate them on the screen there underneath the cross.
And those threats, they'd be placed inside that green box up there.
Yes.
Okay, cool, cool. Yeah, I've seen that. Okay, and then of course, like Gump posted in the whatchamacallit, in the
Yeah, the chat.
yeah the Bravo. Yeah, so I was gonna post this too as well because it's gonna be really important, especially if we use the HAS mode and or not the HAS mode, the POS mode. So if everybody has this, I don't know if you have a secondary monitor, but the mission I had pre-planned, I know Prime has this set up. This is important, but I'm pretty sure we'll have time to program all this given whatever threats we're going after. Power on and bit sequence. I'm pretty sure everybody knows how this. The selection of power on automatically launches a bit sequence. Bit sequence lasts approximately 10 seconds and is identified by the bit mnemonic being highlighted. So the first box looking at the upper left, the power's off. You're in air to ground mode. You have the weapon selected, 2 of them, and that's ready. Middle box, as you can see with the 2 red circles, you just powered it on. The bit gets highlighted, takes about approximately 10 seconds, and then you'll see the ready right above HSD on the very top right one. And then down on the bottom left, let's see here. Oh, yeah, and another thing to mention, yeah, so that bottom one, if you're having any kind of malfunction with the missile, like you get ready to pickle it off, it's not coming off, there's some type of malfunction, you can go ahead and physically hit OSB button number 8, and it'll run another bit sequence for another 10 seconds, and you wait that out. The ready will pop up as you see on the bottom right, and then you can try again. So yeah, that's to correct any faults. And yeah, once the bit sequence is completed and successful, ready is displayed at the bottom of the MFD page. And modes. Harms in BMS can be used in 3 modes. So we have a POS mode, subdivided into 3 sub modes: EOM, which is the common one, PB for pre-briefed, and RUC. Harm is sensor has. Okay, yep. Harm. Oh yeah. Harm is sensor has mode. Harm attack display had mode. Works only when the harm targeting system HTS pod is carried. HAD also has 3 sub modes: EOM, PB, RUC, same thing. And DL is not implemented at all. And let's see, I'm not going to go through that stuff. That's a little bit later on. It's coming up. Okay, here are the modes here. Following sub modes are available in POS and HAD modes. So equation of motion, EOM, is the most restrictive sub mode. Seekers activated with a narrow field of view at a certain point from the anticipated threat position. This mode should only be used when the location of the emitter is well known. So if you can see in the picture on the left side, missile gets an activation range from about that range to restricted area. It's pretty much in another slide I'll show you. It's kind of like a circle inside this blue one. That's the max search footprint. You go over to pre-brief mode, you get a bigger search footprint, and the activation range is a little bit longer. That's for long distance. And then, of course, ruck mode, which is kind of rarely used. You can see you got a really big footprint because it's basically searching. But here, I'll finish reading this. So, yeah, range unknown. Ruck is used mainly as a defense mode. It's a degraded EO, another version of the equation of motion mode with a high uncertainty about threat range. Seeker is activated at a certain point from the steer point. in most cases at launch with a wide field of view. So yeah, that would rarely use. I doubt we'll be using that at all. I would most likely stick with EOM, but if we're launching from distance, go to PB pre-brief.
So, so I don't know if you're
Yep.
going to get into this, but ruck is basically like a self-defense mode. It's like a reactive shot. If you're getting lit up by a pop-up threat, that's when you're going to use a ruck.
It's kind of like a mad dog,
Okay.
kind
Cool.
of.
Good to
It's
know.
looking at, it turns on its seeker really early. That's why it's the
And
differences
this
in.
is some more of the advanced functions
Never
that
mind,
probably
I wasn't
nobody's ever
talking.
used, but I thought it'd be pretty important. I don't know if we're going to use it now, but we can get into it. And so we have the geographic specificity. I'm going to just call it the Geo Spec. Options are available in.
That's actually what they call it, Geo Spec.
Nice.
Yep. It,
Sign them up.
Geo GeoSpec options are available in POS and HUD modes. The harm GeoSpec option allows the option to restrict the harm seeker within a geographic region defined by a circle centered around the selected steer point. GS option overrides all other seeker options. OSB button number 9 cycles through GS options. As you can see in the picture up there, you got the red boxes right next to it. The handoff process is restarted whenever the GS option is selected. GS option boy, copy and paste. Boy, I had to correct a couple of these. Either be on, highlighted, or off. And I got a good graph explaining this right here. And then in GSDE or GSMP, the diameter of the area restricted, dependent on the distance at launch. The bigger the distance at launch, the bigger the restricted area. Difference between GS and DE and GSMP is not implemented. You can see here, and of course this is in pre-brief mode. Max search. Okay, yeah. So you'll have your primary target right over your whatever selected steer point or on the fly pre-planned threat flying towards that restricted area. But in case the
Jersey, we're getting noise.
Sorry, I was fixing my headphone.
Gotcha.
coming down the next slide. So it'll go after your primary target that's inside that orange circle. And if that one is turned off or not active at the moment, still has that wider max search footprint to look for like your secondary target. And yeah, now this is the interesting one. Target isolate. Target isolate
Hey,
options are
what's up?
available in
In
POS,
HAS
HAS,
mode, you have
and
an
HUD
extra
modes.
pod. Yes.
The TI option
Or
allows to
harm
select
as sensor,
flex and
no.
glide
You don't need
options. Target
another. You
isolate
don't need the
options
pod.
allows the pilot to
You're basically using the missile as the pod. So if you don't have a pod, you would use the missile as harm as sensor. That's what that is. So that's the differences between that.
arm will flex when it has reached the range at which it should have acquired the primary target type, but has not yet acquired it. So if it turns off, it'll flex and go after any secondary, anyone it acquires in that threat circle. Let's see. The primary target is the handed off threat. In case of system, the hell is it? It is the most dangerous threat, usually the FCR, flight control radar. Secondary targets are the remaining threat on the active threat table. So this is where that table comes into play. So long as whatever table you have selected, whether it's 1, 2, or 3, whatever you have in there, it's going to go after the primary first. If it doesn't work on that one, then it'll flex and go towards your secondary. I'm gonna call this the TERT. The TERT targets are the threats loaded on the table. Which table will be loaded as the TER table is defined on the SMS page. If table 0 is selected as a TER table, not tertiary targets are loaded. If a SAM system defined as a threat on the threat table, both FCR and EWR are located as secondary targets. FCR and EWR, that's like your tracking and acquisition radars. So, of course, if you have your tracking,
Fire control and early warning.
Yeah. So
right.
the
Whichever
codes.
primary one you have,
The codes are only needed if you're not using the pod. If you're using the pod, you don't need the codes. If you're using the missile or pre-brief mode, then you need the codes to put it in your threat table on the side of your MFD.
and then go ahead and pick up your secondary, which happens to be the 5A acquisition radar, and go ahead and tech that bad boy. Here, this is some settings. So you can see with the target isolation, which is got here.
But for the most part, there's some type of harm codes in your DTC already. So
So it's going to pretty much glide, which is a nice loft glide, which gives it way more time to pick up the radars, even if they turn off and on, and then it will flex, like we said, to the primary. And if that one shuts down, then it'll go to your secondary. So that's doing nothing at all. So that's not hitting it. It's just regular TI. Now, if you do depress the TI button, basically gonna put it first depression. This is the baseline TI, which is on. Option will glide but not flex. So you have a nice slow lofting glide, which gives the radars, if they want to play games, pretty much time. If they want to turn on and off, missile will be gliding, gives you a lot more time to pick it up so it can attack it. If it's depressed the second time, missile will not enter LOTG, which is loss of track glide, but may enter EOMG, which is the equation of motion glide, and the missile will flex. So you got no glide, but you got straight flex. And then third depression, missile won't do either. It'll just go straight to whatever your primary is, and most likely probably might miss if it's off. So yeah, the equation of motions allows the missile to enter gliding profile in case the primary threat has not been detected after reaching a certain point, maximizes its time of flight, awaiting the threat to come alive, or any other threat if flex option has been activated. And the loss of track glide allows the missile to enter into gliding profile when the primary threat was detected but lost during flight. Like I said, I don't know if anybody's ever used these, but this is pretty interesting. I know we only get 2 shots at it, but maybe not during this mission, but on the next one, it'd definitely be something to probably get acquainted with. And POS mode. This is just an important point I threw in here. An important point is that the pilot has no clue if the SAM radar is radiating from the MFD weapons page in POS mode. Remember, you do not fire at a specific radar. You fire at an area. Let the missile make its search depending on POS mode and TIGS GS options. And here, these pictures came out pretty crappy, so I'm going to go ahead and kind of give just a brief description on what's going on here.
Actually, this is kind of important because the handoff.
So we got looking at the box on the far left. You see the B, the F, the X, the L, the D. Those are your threat types. Starting from the top left to right, that is your selected mode that you're in. Right next to that, that is your threat table that you're in. Sub modes, EOM, of course, PB or RUC, whatever you have selected, be there in the middle. Front controls, of course. The green bar, that's your LSDL, your launch status divisor line. And we'll get into that on the next slide. And GS, we already been over that, and the TI. And the 3 and the 7, of course, that's the stations that your harms are on. So, of course, left is going to be station 3, right station 7. And that 7 right below the green line, that's going to be your selected steer point of interest. So on the fly, if you make the HSD soy, you are able to select a target that you want, make it a pre-planned threat, and then that number instead of 7 should turn into whatever pops up for your pre-planned threat. It could be in the 50s, 60s, whatever it is. But you do want to double back and double check and make sure that number is correlated, so it's set for that harm. And when you flip through stations, if you can have station 3 set for POS mode, and you can have it for pre-briefed or whatever. And then when you move over to station 7, you can switch the modes, and it will remember. So as you switch from station 3 to 7, whatever you had preset will stay that way. So that's pretty nice. So this first one is first picture to the left is no handoff at all. As you see in the middle, the handoff is in progress. You start getting data, which is pretty much pre-launch data on the bottom underneath the launch status divisor line. And then over, yep, go ahead.
So if you're in POS, you also have to go into pre-beef mode.
No, right now, the picture on the left, or all these pictures here, is set in the equation of motion mode.
Okay.
Yeah. So with the pre-brief, yeah, if you wanted to take a longer distance shot with a bigger search area, yeah, you can go in the pre-brief mode. But this is just the more restrictive one when you pretty much absolutely sure where the target threat is.
Right.
And let's see, yeah. So the picture to the far right, that's a handoff completed. As you can see, the ready is above the HSD. And here, let me not skip. Right in the middle, whatchamacallit, we have, you see the 11, so that's pretty much your time to the steer point. And below that is time on steer point, and that's for the missile. And then the B that's highlighted there on the upper left, that's your selected threat.
And you can
And
use
as you can see, they do have the TI selected, so they're either going to have the, looks like just flex, no guide, and of
and
course
and
that's that.
and with this, you could use your HOTAS to change, cycle through the threats. You can also use your HOTAS to cycle through the tables. You can also use your HOTAS, I think it's a TMS switch. You can cycle through the modes, POS, BOS, and RUC. You could do all of those. So just kind of play around with the HOTAS, and you could see which one does what. And to make sure you press or HOTAS TMS to whatever you want, make sure it's highlighted, because if you shoot it off here, I'm not sure if it even shoot, but if it does shoot, then it won't. It's not going after anything because it's not, and the handoff is not completed. So make sure you choose whatever you want to pre-brief or position shoot at in the distance.
Exactly, and I believe I don't think I put that in here, but I think TMS right cycles through those. I'm not entirely sure, but of
Yeah, I
course you can
believe
always
so.
press it in 3D,
Yeah.
and of course the missile step button, like the other weapons,
Yep.
the nose wheel steering / missile step will cycle through your stations. Like I said, whatever you have set for each station will remain that way. It will definitely remember it. And let's see, what else did I miss?
One thing, excuse me, problem. If, that number 7, for example, like that's a steer point or whatever. You want to make sure that's the what you want, because like let's say in this example, okay, I just shot a missile at SAM B and it was at 7, and my next target is at steer point 8, and it's going to be SAM F. So before you fire, it's very possible it'll come up F, but it'll still say 7 there.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure that if F is at steer point 8, it says F and 8, etc. It's a very common mistake people make. They go, "How come my harm went 90 degrees and went to Timbuktu in this?" And most of the time in this mode is because that number 7, that steer point or PPT, whatever it's referencing, is not correct for the SAM they're dealing with.
Yep.
Yep,
Yep.
that's
Yep.
exactly right. Exactly. Yep, and that was mentioned too. Exactly. Yeah, that's just like I mentioned before. Yeah, when you flip through stations and you preset your stuff, yeah, you definitely got to go back and double check and make sure that that steer point is set to whichever station you have. That's exactly right. Because, like I said before, the threat types are listed on the left. So you could have, like he said, steer point 7 could be for the bar lock there, and then you could have a fan song for station number 7, and it could still be on steer 7, and it's guaranteed they're most likely going to miss. So yeah, you got to make sure that steer correlates to whatever threat you have. And let's move on to the next one. We got post-launch data. So yeah, that was the pre-launch data down here on the bottom and below the green line. And now we have the post-launch data. So here, give me one second. Yeah. So starting on the picture to the left, starting from left to right, you see the 42. So that's pretty much time until impact after launch that your harm should hit. Right below that, the 8, that's the handoff steer point, as we just mentioned. And the 3 right below that is going to be the handed off threat. So as you can see, this is going to be, SA3. And then, and that would have been, yeah, station 3 for, uh, yeah, SA3. And somebody want to say something?
I think that's the station, isn't it?
Believe
Yeah,
so. Yeah.
And the 8 is going to be your steer point.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
handed off threat. Yeah, it's showing showing that 3 up there for the post launch. Yeah, it's showing handoff threat.
Well, actually, on the far right,
as a 3.
as a 5 in the second harm, the 5
Yeah.
there. That's what it launched at.
Yeah, they got it kind of
Okay,
weird.
so yeah,
Yeah, that 3 should have been highlighted. Yeah, for the picture on the left, and then 5 for the station 7. Yeah, it's highlighted in the middle. Yeah, I don't know why they have that 5 highlighted over there on the far.
oh, the 5's going to be the threat.
The next one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because they already got 7 highlighted. Yeah, so yeah, I guess they skipped.
So it's time to impact, then steer point, and then threat.
You would have thought that whoever designed the harm could have made this and did the software for this could have made this a little bit easier, but you know.
Yeah.
I was talking to Chain when Jersey and I were trying to go up against an SA-10, and according to Chain, he told me the harm missiles are very unreliable.
Hey.
Okay, and then the middle picture here, they have the SA-5 threat selected. Handoff is completed. You can see the ready right above the HSD in the bottom middle. And yeah, that's the pre-launch data under the green line. And Station 3 missile has 31 seconds until its impact. And it looks like they just went ahead and launched Station 7. So then we have both post-launch datas.
Handoff threat, handoff steer. Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're good. Right above the green line. You got the first harm on the left and the second one on the right, and their time to impact. Station 3 has 26 seconds, and looks like, of course, he's flying closer to the target, so Station 2 only has 8 seconds.
And with this the same could be used, like, with your missile, you can do a timeout or stuff. I am not sure of a harm-specific timeout brevity, but timeout could be used in this sense as well, because it's important to know how much time left is on it, so the next person knows when to shoot.
Yeah.
So the way they would say it is just, Magnum 6 bullseye, this or that, or Magnum 6 north or south or whatever you pre-briefed. Timeout 42.
Okay, and then once it's timeout, you would say timeout?
Yeah, and then you could say harm timed out.
Okay, yeah, sounds about right. Yep. Makes sense.
Cool. All right, then we have POS mode pre-planned threat selecting. So simply make the HSD the SOI with DMS down and move the cursor to the pre-planned threat you want to select. Use pinky switch to zoom if required. Once over the pre-planned threat, depress TMS up to make that the pre-planned threat. That's steer point, entry, blah, blah, blah. Okay, confirm in the UFC, upfront controls, and in the weapons page that the PPT number is assigned to that harm. So yeah, it's kind of like what Mailman just mentioned. It applies the same on here. You want to double check to make sure that that steer point is an entrance, because like he said, like he mentioned before, if it isn't, it's almost guaranteed it's going to miss.
Yeah, this is super important, super helpful. And then like if you move the cursor over to the SA3, you TMS up, it'll highlight SA3. That's how you know that it chose that as a point of interest. And on your DED, like I said, it will do like 54 or whatever. And then
do this on the HSD?
Yes, so you could move the little cursor around and go up over it, and it'll work.
Okay, so that'll just create a steer. Sorry, I'm hijacking.
Yep, it'll
create
a
steer point, and then that steer point is going to show up if you're using the HUD, or I'm sorry, the
PGP, the
Yep,
HSD.
it'll slew to it.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can and then you can see it in the HUD, and it creates a lot of potential.
Yep, so it's like attack SA4, northern SA4. You're like, I don't have a steer point there. Just put your thing over there in the thing and put the thing. So
and then team is up.
Yep.
Your TPP will slew over to that area, and you can look around.
That's what I did when we did Musical Sam's. Was I'd pull it all up on the HUD, and then I had the TGP up, and I'd watch them, and I was watching them as they were shooting at y'all.
Yep.
And another important part here, so they're on the HSD right now, and once you lock it up, you're probably going to want to go back to the weapons page and give it that 10 seconds for the bit time to make it ready, because I could definitely see I probably made the mistake too of selecting, like you said, SA3 for the pre-planned threat, and then going ahead and launching, and it's not even ready yet. So yeah, definitely keep a lookout for that the ready indication before you launch.
And also, does anybody know how to make it disappear?
TMS down.
Yeah, so you do the same thing. Instead of TMS up, you go over it, TMS down, the circle disappears. The SA3, the nomenclature is still there, but the circle is gone. So if you kill one, you could TMS down, it'll disappear. And make it come back, you just do the opposite. You go over it, TMS up, it'll populate the circle again.
Yep. So I kind of wanted to jump into some of the advanced stuff, or probably some stuff that we haven't really used before, and then we'll get ready to get into the pretty much the basics. So of course, HUD mode. HUD mode stands for Harm Attack Display, and of course, it utilizes the Harm Targeting System, the HCS pod. The HUD shares all display features as the HSD, including mnemonic waypoints and flight plan, pre-planned threats and threat circles, data link contacts, which is always good, bullseye information, range rings, as you see, I have an arrow there. So yeah, that oval shaped dotted ring, that's pretty much your range. You can actuate it with the OSB buttons number 19 and 20. So right now it's showing a 30-mile range. And I believe if that line is solid or if it disappears, then yeah, you don't have a shot. So you definitely need to see that dotted line.
No, so the dotted line just means that you're zoomed in too far.
Yeah, so it's expanded. And then when it's
So
solid,
if it's a solid, that's going to be your 30-mile. Like
Oh,
if
so
this were, yeah.
Oh, okay. And then,
The flight path and all that stuff is new, right?
they had that last time. The flight,
Did
the
it?
flex and stuff.
Well, I don't remember the flight plan and threat circles being in the HUD.
They added. I think they
should've been.
added that. Not this
Or
past
maybe they
one.
added the circles, yeah.
Yeah,
But I thought the flight path was always there.
I don't remember it. Like, I don't remember the flight path at all, and I definitely don't remember the threat circles. But it might have been. I might be thinking like 33 or 34. Okay.
so we got the range rings and the steer point lines. You guys know what that what's up with the dotted line box?
that's
there?
just a steer line, like the
Yeah.
normal one you make.
For like the tanker. Or
Yeah,
anything
it's
else.
just a line someone made.
Okay. All right. Cool. Cool. And let's see what we got. Top picture. That's just of course, to get to the HUD mode, you can click on SMS, your weapons page, targeting pod, whatever they have lined up down there in the bottom. Depress that twice, and it'll pull up this page. And of course, HUD mode will be OSB button number 2. And then
Yeah,
hit
you
that.
gotta, if I recall correctly, you have to program the HAS mode onto one of your bottom buttons.
Exactly.
Well, yeah. That's the kind of
Exactly.
thing, yeah.
Sure, I didn't skip one in. Okay, and this is another picture I'm going to have to kind of explain here. Let me go to this page. Give me 1 second.
It changed a little bit of the symbology on here,
Yeah.
just a tad.
Okay, so
Believe it
HUD
or
mode
not.
continued. The program PGM index represents the level of trust and the accuracy of the contact. The lowest, the best accuracy. Firing a harm with a PGM5 could result in a miss from several miles. So for this picture here on the right, yeah, this one just came out absolutely horrible. But starting with that red kind of vertical oval all the way to the far left, that's pretty much a PGM5. So as you pretty much circle the target, you want to.
Is it PGM5 because it's a bad aspect, or?
Well, it doesn't.
So what is?
It's counting down.
Go ahead, Prime.
So you see that on the left side there's a radar in the middle of the oval,
Yeah.
and if you go up, you'll see another little. That's where it thinks it is. As it goes to the right, you notice it gets closer and closer to the middle. So it's just
So it's like
geo.
triangulating
Yes.
the position of the.
Yep.
Got it.
So it just knows it's somewhere along. That's probably it could be like 30 miles. So it's somewhere azimuth 30 miles, somewhere over here.
So the actual position of the F-16 in this diagram, it doesn't mean anything. It's just.
So you need, if you're gonna flow toward it, you're not gonna get in. There's no triangulation. So you gotta like have a perpendicular flight so it could spin and triangulate.
Yeah. As you fly beyond it, it's just taking a different cut of the slice, and it's narrowing down that big red oval right into the little orange ovals, or the tetrahedron, whatever the hell that thing is.
Yes.
And then
yeah, whatever. something math.
Fucking geometry.
Math and stuff.
Yeah, something.
Trapezoid.
It's basically the same way the sonar gets a solution.
You're talking about water?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, it's basically just getting a solution, a closer and closer, more
No, like
accurate
a
solution.
like an 80 sonar. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it got a
The
note here.
same
It's
way.
getting
It works the same way.
clearer antenna resolution, and they got a note here that the HTS cannot receive pings behind its or your 3 to 9 line. So yeah,
Makes sense.
pretty much. Yeah, so of course, you're within range and flying around it. That now I have seen that before. Is that located like in the upper right of your MFD, the PGM5? Because I remember
Yes.
seeing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it decrease. Yeah, from 5 to 4, 3, 2. Sometimes it takes a little minute, but it does get there.
Yeah,
And
I
go ahead.
don't like this mode because you're sitting there twiddling your thumbs. Come on already, count down, and
Well,
takes forever sometimes.
seed is a patient man's game.
Yes.
Yeah, well,
The air sniper.
when the other 8 SAMs
That's
around
interesting.
protecting the one that you're trying to shoot start shooting, you don't have a lot of time.
Yeah.
Since Prime said it, the directive call for a wingman to target air to ground threat is sniper.
Yep. Sniper.
An air to ground radar. Sniper 6, Sniper 2.
And then we have some detected emitter symbologies here. So if it's green, the emitter's not active, but it is detected. Yellow, it is active. Priority target, we have it. Yeah, so we got 11, the acquisition radar, little circle with a cross through it. Primary target that UTMS is selected, and primary target handed off, which is always a good sign when you see a red box over it. So you're pretty much ready to shoot at that point. And TMS up designates a contact as a primary
Hello,
target. If
Hoffman.
another
Welcome,
contact
welcome.
is
Talking about
designated with
harms.
TMS up,
Then we'll get into
the
3D later
previous
on.
primary target becomes a priority target. 3 priority targets can be set up that way. Once priority targets have been set up, TMS right steps through them, including the designated primary target. That's pretty cool. So you can get 1, 2, 3, and then step through them with TMS right. So that's good to know. So down here, lower left picture. Yeah, that's the picture you would see in the equation of motion mode. Middle is pre-briefed, and then you got the ruck mode. So that's a different symbology you'll see on the HUD page there, the reference. And you're right. Yeah, it is a solid line. Yep.
That solid, yeah, just
Yep.
means that it's that line represents your 60 miles.
And the harm field of view box flashes when it's in range. This is the main cue for firing the missile. Harm field of view is smaller in EOM as the missile field of view is smaller than in pre-briefed and ruck mode. There's a whole bunch of symbology here. Give me 1 second. Let me flip to this page. Okay, so yeah, we'll start from lower left and we'll work our way clockwise around. So lower left, of course, is pointing towards the harm. So that's the mode. You have the azimuth steer line. And another interesting one that I saw here was the optimal loft. So I don't know if that's reversed or not, but you have the in-range Q, the loft angle, as well as that apex altitude. Neither one of those are implemented, but you have your required turn. So I'm guessing in degrees, pretty much, yeah, to keep it lined up with that steer line. Time to release. So I'm not sure if this is displaying actually what's going on in the situation, or they're just throwing this on here as a reference to go by. But it looks like those carrots that are going down the azimuth steering line. It's pretty much the max pull down is at the top, that one line, the fall line, and then you got the max pull on the bottom. So you pretty much want to keep your carrots in between there before lofting your missile, but that is optional. And let's see what else we got. And then the box down there on the lower middle, once that starts flashing, that's pretty much your cue, the fire when you're in range. The HLS, that is the harm launch scale. And it's displayed on the right side of the HUD here. The 4 ranges define the missile's maneuver zone. In the aircraft maneuver zone, the loft angle and the apex. So yep, those aren't implemented. And
Question.
yeah, go ahead.
On the box, if I recall correctly, on 3.5, it used on 3.5 it used to have if you switch from ranges or modes, I believe. I'm not sure which. It used to change the size of the box.
Yeah, it says the harm field of view box flashes when you're in range, and that's the cue for firing the missile. The field of view is smaller in EOM as the missile field of view is smaller, blah, blah, blah. But yeah.
Yeah, the box sizes will change depending on which mode you're in. Like right
Yep.
now, it's in a wide field of view. That's why you have that big long box. If you scroll up to one of those other pictures, you'll see it say wide.
Yep. And equation of motion, EOM mode, box gets smaller, and it's even smaller in PB and RUC. Field of view is smaller than in POV and RUC mode. So yeah, I think EOM is the smallest one.
Do you have
And
a picture of P1, P2, P3, P4, and P5?
what for that box?
No. When it's counting down.
No, you'll see it in your HUD page.
Okay, copy.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's it, guys. That's all I got for that. Yeah, pretty much ended there with this
Sweet.
picture.
So I have
Yep.
I have a slightly advanced question. What
Okay.
for maybe Primer or anybody? I'm trying to make this quick. So you build your harm tables, right? Your threat tables, and so if you put it in a mode where it'll flex, do you think it's going to go after the first thing in the table, or is it going to go into whatever you hand off? And then is it going to step through that table based off of that, what you hand off to the harm? That's the only thing that confuses me.
Yeah, that kind of confused me too. I thought my understanding was that like it does whatever comes up. Like you launch at a SA 17, and for some reason there's an 8 in the area. The 17 goes out and it's like, ooh, an 8, and it just goes straight after the 8. That's what I thought it did, but
Or it hits an airplane.
I think.
Or yeah.
So I'm not sure whether
or neither. It gets shot down before it gets anywhere.
Because I think what you do is you end up handing off an entire table to the harm, so you're loading it with. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to go there. But basically, you're handing off a set of threats to the harm.
And the primary is the button. You click the primary, and then the other ones, I guess, are still in line.
Well, that's the thing is like, if I set my table up, let's say my table starts with a SA2, 202, 203, and let's say 205 in my first table, and I see an SA3 could pop up, right? And I select it, and it hands off an SA3. Does it? I think it goes after the 3 first, but if the 3 turns off and the 2 turns on, does it go after the 2? Because it's in EOM and without any glide inhibitors or target isolation. I don't know. It's never really made sense, but how that worked. But it'd be something for us to look into later.
It can only flex the targets in that table too, correct?
I would imagine so, because I think it hands off the table, but I'm not sure.
It does hand off the table, and it goes for the primary one first. So like in your example, if you had your primary target was the fan song and it turned off and you're in flex mode, it selects whatever else is in that table that is alive or, radiating.
But what about the priority? What if it picks up 2 separate targets?
Would it then sort by your table?
Yeah, I think that's the question. Does it sort by the where it is in the table?
I would imagine so. Badger.
Yeah, you got me on that one. That's why you got 2 missiles.
Yes.
And it did have that as well. And I think if you had a Tatera table in so whatever table you have selected, like you said, if you have your 5T, and that's your primary target, like in this picture here. It'll go after that one, and since that one shut down in the same table, then it's going after the acquisition radar for the 5. But if that one shuts down, if they're both shut down, then most likely it's going to miss. And I know they have the glide option too, but yeah, it looks like once it hits that flex, if they're both shut down, then it's probably just going to hit the dirt.
All right, let's do a bio break real quick. It's come back at 56. But if you have questions, obviously stay and ask questions, but we'll do a bio break, come back at 56.
I think it might be good to point out, though, that there are default tables for people that don't know. They might be sitting there thinking they have to program in every single thing.
Each one, yeah, no, because there is a default table and it carries everything.
Organizing the table depends on what your threats are. So if you have like an SA5, put that on one table, SA6 on another table. So you just kind of separate the tables based on your multiple threats.
What's it called again?
Data cartridge.
Yeah, you go to your data cartridge. If you hit clear, all your default tables will repopulate. Or reset? Is it clear or reset? I think it's reset.
Reset.
You can do it all in Weapon Delivery Planner as well.
Sure. I can see how
it's a bit finicky in WDP though. WDP has different symbols for different things. You have to refer to the original table. Then you have to click load in-game. Doesn't load with the DTC. Very finicky, but works. Come on, man. It was just anything.
All right. It's neat. So if you're still here, go ahead and get to your seat if you're not already. And then bio break still heading back or coming back at 56.
Yo, Prom.
Yes.
So I have a question. It misses me what the difference between Geo Spec is and equation of motion, because I mean basically Geo Spec makes a pre-planned or pre-briefed mode narrower. Isn't that what the equation of motion does anyway?
Yeah, so they have the max search footprint, which is like the whole entire blue circle, and then inside that big blue circle is a restricted area, and it's pretty much that's where your primary target's going to be. And if that shuts off whatever else you have on your table, like you have a secondary, like if it's, let's say you have your let's say you got the track-in radar inside the middle circle, which is like your restricted area, that's your primary, that one shuts off. Any other radar that's inside the outer, bigger blue circle, it will seek that one. And then, of course, the target isolate.
So isn't that the same as flex?
If you have, well, you have to set that on the target isolate. Yeah, that's where the flex and glide comes in. So you have to have that set. If you just leave it alone, when it's already off and highlighted, then the missile's gonna flex and glide. So yeah, it will pretty much. But yeah, the geographic spec.
Yeah.
Isn't GS supposed to adjust the circle size from your predicted launch range? That's what I saw when on the slide, I think.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna pull it up right now.
Hey, Gump.
It's dependent on the distance at launch.
Yeah, and then they put those two modes for the GSDE and the GSDP
Hey.
not implemented.
Yeah, I was muted. Sorry.
Oh, quick question. There's a Potato that asked me about OTS. So I'm pretty sure it's the same as enlisted. So when you join, you have the contract that you're going to be a pilot or not. So before you go to OTS, you have that contract, right? You know what you're going to do, right? going the college or OTS way? Or is it
OTS
like,
way.
or is it after OTS you start, or during you start getting what you're going to do? I'm pretty sure before you even leave to OTS, you know what you're going to do.
So I put 3 things, 3 jobs. One was developmental, one was civil, and the other one was something else.
And when you, so
But
it,
for pilots, it might be different.
okay, it's probably
You'd
about
have
the
to
same.
look at the, you'd have to look at the latest AFI or whatever governs that shit.
So when do you get your assignment? Is it
You
as
get your,
after
I got
OTS?
I know I might be crossing wires, but I know I also put down like my top 3 assignments, and they assigned them like somewhere at the end of OTS or after.
Okay.
I'm sure that toward the end of OTS, once you're looking like you're going to graduate, they match you up.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure what pilot that you know before you even go there. Pretty sure.
Yeah, it's
So-
different for AFSCs. So, sorry, I couldn't be more help, but
No, you're good.
It's been 8 years.
Yeah, it's been 10 for me since because with enlisted it's kind of the same. Like once you go to basic, you have like like your 3 things. So you have well, before you go in. Once you go in, you have maintenance. So you're like maintenance something. And then when you graduate, they go to your jet or whatever, finance or whatever. And then when you graduate tech school, that's when you get your base. So it's kind of the same.
Yeah, if you can put him in touch with me, and then I can get him in touch with the right people.
Cool. Yeah, he's just a junior now in high school.
In high school?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, junior in high school. So I mean, it's really early, but he needs to start now.
Yeah. Yep. I can get him in touch with some fighter pilots,
Sweet.
or what, depending on what he's trying to do. I know all kinds of pilots. So.
Cool.
And then you have my .mil too. So.
Yep.
You can probably pass him that if you want.
Here's kind of a random question, if anybody knows. What are the percentage of people that can not pass out at 9Gs for more than like 3 or 4 seconds?
That's a percentage. I don't know. But
Well, once you get trained, you usually don't. I don't know about random people, unless if you're not trained. I'm pretty sure it's 100% will probably pass out for 15, 20 seconds.
the classic video of that badass pulling like 9.5 Gs.
Yeah, for like a minute.
He was just like, "Oh yeah, let's go again," and his face is falling off. His face is melting.
Yeah, literally, yeah, melting.
we got to post that. That's so funny.
At what G does like a normal untrained person just pass out at?
Well, if you're
It
not, if you're not
depends.
squeezing, if you're not like tightening your muscles and you don't have a G suit, you're probably gonna pass out somewhere 5, 6 or something
Yeah.
like that.
Because some people pass out on roller coasters, and like the limit is like 4.5. So
Yeah,
sometimes people pass out in 4.5.
just from losing blood to the head.
Does
Absolutely.
anyone know at what G's they put the right stuff through to select into Apollo 11?
12 Gs.
Oh my god.
And that's without suit, right?
Yeah, because Americans are badass like that.
Oh, 59. All right. If you're back, let's see if everybody's back. If you're back, mute your mic. If you're back and in your slot, pretty sure everybody's in.
Wait. Oh.
Yeah, make sure you're slotted, and then mute your mic if you're back.
I have no 4.
What? So, Rody, go mute your mic. Badger, you there? Mute your mic.
Yo, Prime, what server?
Yeah.
It's Bibles.
Bible.
All right, cool. Once Diego gets in, I'll start my little half brief here.
Coming in.
Prime, I got like 58-48 on the Joker bingo.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Huh. Oh, for the
Slotted in.
the calculations?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty far. Well, wait, how's it that far?
I got 200 and some odd miles. 268 miles.
It's only 118.
Unless I did math wrong. I mean, unless the calculator did math wrong, or I fat fingered something.
So you've put 120 over there too.
User.
Oh, fuck me.
How much?
Hey guys, I'm an electrical engineer.
Good.
I don't realize that Joker Bingo only applies to the way out, not the way back.
Oh yeah.
So divide this number by 2, and then I should have 134. Okay.
Are we almost good to start the server? I didn't miss anything.
Not
so-
yet. Yeah. I'm gonna do a little brief real quick, a
Good.
situational brief. So, if you're watching on my stream, go ahead and watch on my stream. I'm just live streaming on Discord now. So I'm gonna wait for everybody to get in here. So if not already, go ahead and start pre-planning the stuff that you could see. So we have a SA2 there.
Oh, that's not good. The stuff that we can see.
Yeah, stuff that you could see. Yeah, that's it. That's pretty accurate.
Yeah, I got an SA2, SA3.
Yeah, there's a 3 there. Let's see, the intel for us today. Intel's telling us that there's SA-17s at the steer point 6, and we have another.
17 is. Go ahead. Sorry.
We have another flight. We have another 2 flights. We have a flight escort and a flight strike, and they're striking this airbase right here. So it's an AI flight, so it doesn't really matter, but we're trying to protect them in a package sense. So we have an AI escort and an AI strike. They're striking the control tower at this airbase. There are also reports of MiG-29s doing a bar cap over the water here, protecting their airbase. And didn't notice that this is still blue, but yeah, we got a blue space right there that should be red probably pretty soon because he's surrounded by enemies.
Yeah, I tried to find the 16 on the threat table and it wasn't there.
Shit, SA-17. Okay. So that's an SA-11, right? Basically.
It's a beefed up SA-11. It's 7. There's a difference.
No, yeah.
But same radar type, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, search radar.
Ooh.
So yeah, put what you can. It's always good to do that. So we have a friendly hawk here, so that's good.
Shit. I gotta find that damn table. Where did I put it?
Should be in. It's not too far up.
Everywhere.
UPT Bravo Flug.
I'm just freaking out.
So yeah, so 17 on the steer point 6, and I have a 5 here. This you probably won't go past this 5. I would not recommend going past the 5. So if you all want, you could put a 17 in that area so you kind of know how far it is, but there are reports of a 17 there. So you can put a 17 right on that spot.
I'm sorry, come back. Go back to that spot.
What do you mean go back to that?
Bat
Yeah.
flight, put a SA-17 there. Do it.
Where?
On steer point 6, that's the airfield that their AI is attacking, and there's reports of a SA-17 there. So it could be north, it could be south, but it's somewhere in there. The best report we got. There are MiG-29s, like I said. So there are reports of MiG-29 alphas. So who can tell me what that means? What significance that has to us?
Alpha means A.
Yes.
So
So
they don't have semi-active missiles. They only have they have to maintain lock.
yep, they only have that is correct. So you can use that to our advantage. They're MiG-29As. But also, don't be like, oh yeah, it only has Fox 1s. Like, you need to pretend that it has Fox 3s too. Like, always assume it has Fox 3s.
I'm so sweaty.
So, sweaty boy. So here's the line. I have the line here. It's like basically the flot for the most part. Yeah, alternate fields in the middle. If you guys want to, you could do the mental bullseye here. Won't be doing any escort, but it's always good to know where stuff is. Over the water is 57, 134. Oh wait, what am I doing? Over here. Actually, I'm gonna do this. You've graduated.
Bullseye.
Let's go over here. Put it here.
Is that
Let's put it here. So
I don't know
now
why.
So,
we're worried about this quadrant. All the other
Yeah.
quadrants don't really matter. So you got 90. Jesus, got 90 to 360. The middle ground is like 70 miles or so. So that's where we're going to be at, 70, 59, somewhere in there. That's the mental bullseye. Everyone make sure you do a click dance, because changing the bullseye does some weird stuff.
yeah.
Look at your loadout. Make sure you have stuff on your jet, even though it should be right, but always check your loadout. Kind of simulates walking out to your jet and looking at it with your own eyes. Any questions, concerns?
Nope. I'm ready to go.
Yeah,
I just need
I'm
4 minutes though.
Okay.
concerned because we're gonna fly into an SA-17 Wes.
Yeah, don't fly into it, and remember it waits a little longer, so just keep that in mind. Don't count on it, but just keep that in mind that it waits a little longer. So literally, so basically, the moment you see 17, you're wrong. So that's basically what that means. So the AI flight will be flowing in, so it'll probably come on because of them. So we need to make sure that harms are already in the air. So let me see when the strike is going in, and their time on target is 10:28. So within that 28 past the hour, we need to make sure there's harms going out.
So 10:28 is when they're going to be releasing.
Yes.
Bombs?
Yep. That is the moment they should reach steer point 6. If it was a human flight, we would make sure they're doing that. We would have a whole bunch of communications back and forth. We have to do any Rolexes or anything, but we're just going to assume 8:28 bombs are hitting the control tower. So we need to make sure we have 12 of us. We have 24 harms, like something ridiculous. So technically, we can have a harm every minute for 24 minutes. That's insane. So
that's where my head's at, right? Like, what is the package plan for seed?
Well,
so
I got a question.
There are there's SA3, there's SA2, SA17. So we'll have to there's 3 of us. So let's see who's first on here. So Cougar. No wait,
Cougar's taking off.
Cougar will
taking off.
Cougar will take the. Yeah, I'll say Cougar will take the 17. Bat will take the 2. And then Panther will take the 3. That's the primary goal. If something happens, then we'll switch that plan. But that's your primary targets, because all of them are overlapping and all of them have a chance to hit them. So,
does an SA-17 have the ability to track and shoot down harms?
Yes, it does. So we would rather them be focused on the harms in the air than the planes flying and trying to attack it.
Right.
Basically, we're going to be wasting our harms.
No, you're not wasting. You're saving a life. That's not.
Yeah.
You're using the harms.
Yeah, exactly.
Utilizing.
Yes.
The 17.
So I can tell Bat Flight it's going to be no more than 4 harms at the 2.
Yes, 2's pretty easy.
Yeah, I already pre-planned 2. So forget about
Bat's
that.
got the 2. Panther's a 3, and Cougar's a 17, I guess, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Have fun, Cougar.
Oh yeah, have fun.
Cougar's going to have support.
Yeah, we
should have 8 more harms.
Yeah.
In addition to their, what's 2 times 4? 8.
Yeah, something like that.
Total.
Math. So yeah, just make sure that we're timing it in appropriately. It'll all be crazy on there, and the UHF might be a little crazy. So if you hear someone talk and you hit the mic, you are the only person that knows that you're blocking them. So you need to let go of the mic if you hear someone talk a split second before you did.
Hey, Prime.
Yes.
Can Can you pull up the briefing and go over the time on
Alright,
target,
listen up.
especially since we're flying with AI?
Oh yeah. So our time. Let's see, where am I at? This is the other flight. So the other package, there's, like I said, is 10:28. Hammer 5 is a sweep. They'll be there at 10:20, so they'll be there a little earlier than us. So 10:28 is when Hammer will be putting bombs on target. Ours.
All right, listen up.
Is our steer point 5 is 21, so we'll be there for about 7 minutes before, so we can start like 5 minutes or so before start the going off, and so we're not going to go to steer point 6. I think you all know that. We're just going to keep around 5 and make sure we have a wave of harms going at all of these different harms here. And for the flights, if you want to change your steer points, let's see, we are going after Prime. Panther's going after the 3.
Going up to 3, yeah.
I'll put the R5 over here or something. So, yeah, let's make sure we're in the area we're supposed to be and launching off harms a couple minutes before 28, or when you see the missile come, or the threat come online.
So, question: if I tell a harm to go after PPT 56,
yeah,
in a pre-brief mode, it will fly to that steer point, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And then if it comes on, it'll be like, oh look, there it is, and it'll go after it. If it doesn't come on, it'll just hit wherever the steer point is.
Oh, it hit the ground, yeah.
Yeah.
56, 60, and 57. I'm just...
For air-to-air loadout, are we restricted to Charlies, or are we welcome to take Bravos?
I mean, you can take Bravos if you want, but that's all about your lead.
Sure.
Lead does that. We got change that. Yeah, sometimes there's Bravos on it, so I changed ours to 4 Bravo or 4 Charlies.
Jersey, why are we taking Bravos?
Oh, he was asking probably because it's there. He wants to.
He switched the loadout.
Oh, okay. All right, let's do.
I thought the Charlies were bugged.
That's just missiles in general. They're not. They're just BMS'd.
Okay. I thought it was just the Charlies.
No. All right, let's do a IBC check. Cougar, Bat, and then Panther, and then Troll.
Cougar 1-1 IBC check.
Cougar 1-2.
Cougar 1-3. Cougar 1-3.
Bat 3-1. Bat 3-1.
Bat 3-3.
Bat 3-4.
Panther 4-1.
Panther 4-4.
Panther 4-3, sorry.
Yeah, that was kind of a miss.
Panther 4-1.
Roll 1-1.
Panther 4-3.
Panther 4-4.
Coolest sodas in here, Prime.
I don't think you guys heard me because I don't think I clicked on BMS.
Hey, there we go.
Copy. I didn't hear Badger.
Yeah, that was a mess.
I heard Badger.
Cool's not here.
Yeah, edited the thing to match.
Yeah, let's have Bat go one more time.
Radio check for Badger.
Loud and clear.
I think that's Bat. Go ahead and go one more time.
Bat 3-1.
Bat 3-2.
Bat 3-3.
Bat 3-4.
All right. Do a click dance. You did not hear anything. Let us know now. Been talking for a little bit on IVC. If you have extra slots, be sure to turn them back home or abort them on the ground. Yeah, that's about it. Oh, it'll be, by the time you get back, it'll be dark. So we got 30 minutes of daylight until the sun sets. So yeah.
Hey, Prime.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Jesus Christ.
A second.
Yeah.
Prime, we have no 2. You want me to slot into 2 or somebody else?
Yeah, so condense. If you don't have any, if you have a whole, kind of just condense in there.
Okay.
Since we don't have the full 12 Prime, I'm going to skip the elephant walk.
Okay, sounds good. All right, Bible, is he there? Yep.
The Bible.
I am here.
Bible,
Ready to
come to Cougar 4.
Yeah, ready to go for the server.
Okay, kicking the server off. Although I realize I didn't put him on. That's okay. Should be good. Okay, server's committed taxi.
Sweet.
Let me get my weapon delivery planner going here.
New taxi.
Gump, what was the new words? Joker, bingo.
3828.
Cool.
Same thing for us.
Yep, same.
38.
Cougars 15, Bats 16, Panther 17.
Come back.
Joker attacking. Oh, sorry,
Cougar.
attack and uniform.
Cougars 15 on Victor, Bat is 16 on Victor, Panther is 17 on Victor.
Yeah.
And then adjust tack in as necessary.
76 Yankee.
Bible, have you had a chance to test the F4 radar yet again?
I have not.
Next week will be fun.
Oh, yeah.
I might be able to run it now and just see what happens.
Okay, everyone commit taxiway once you're ready.
Go ahead and check Discord mute. I don't know if you've got a mute button.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Prime.
All right, here we go. Good brief. Good wild brief. Little over what we wanted. But yeah. if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll be here to ask or answer them as long as I'm not in combat or something. But feel free to ask. Dang. Not the best frames here. $17, yep.
Cougar 1-2 in the pit.
Cougar 1-1 in the pit, got you too.
Panther 4-1 checking in Victor 1-7.
Panther 4-2.
I'm just having BMS issues.
Panther 4-2, Victor check. Man, my frame rate is tanked.
Same. Gotcha. Same here. Yeah, it's not that great either.
Once we get in the air, maybe.
Is everybody having issues?
Just frames.
Yeah, I'm trying to reconnect to the server. It timed out. Yep. Same.
Just give it a little bit. I think frames might improve when we get up airborne.
No, like I can't connect to the server.
Oh.
Question being, should we reboot the server?
Well, you reboot yours real quick.
Okay, I'm established.
And then we'll see.
Okay, stand by one.
Package Panther on uniform. Three good ships waiting for green. If you're check in on Victor on uniform 2.
Brody, we're calling you on Victor 15. You there?
It was bingo like 4200, 3200.
Bingo is 38 and 28.
Alright.
And flight, let me know when green jet.
Cougar 1-2, Ocean, Q, and page 2973.
4 is green. Make 3 is green, not 4.
Copy. Hey, that's a good sign. Two, you green?
Yeah, just finishing up IGM. Just a second.
Good evening, Cougar 1. You are number 3 for departure. Hold present position. Give way to Bat 3, 4, F-16, taxiing Alpha.
2's green.
Copy.
Good evening, Panther 4. You are number 4 for departure. Hold present position. Give way to Cougar 1, 4, F-16, taxiing Alpha. Panther 4, roger.
Panther flight of 3, 3 green jets taxiing to runway 27.
Hammer 3, 4 ship, F-16s. Request taxi.
Good evening, Hammer 3. You are number 5 for departure. Hold present position. Cougar 1, roger. Give way to Panther 4, 4, F-16, taxiing Alpha.
2's taxi. 3's taxi. Man, I'm getting a black screen every now and then.
We're gonna
Has to do with the frame issues.
taxi over to the end of runway here.
Yeah.
Cougar 1-1, Osan, runway 09er right for takeoff.
And let me know when you're all behind me on the, or holding short of the runway.
Panther 4-1,
2's right
contact
behind
tower for takeoff. Switch 30880.
Hammer 5, 4
3's
ship,
right behind.
F-16s. Request taxi.
Panther flight, 3 green
Good
ships,
evening,
holding
Hammer
short
5.
runway,
You are number 6 for departure. Hold present position.
holding short runway 09 right,
Give
and
way
gonna
to
take off.
Hammer 3, 4, F-16,
Going to
taxiing
tower.
Foxtrot. Cougar 1. You are number 3 for departure. Cougar 1-1, Osan, runway 09er right for takeoff.
Bat, did everything work okay?
Bat's having. So Bat lead is having frame drop issues where the screen's going black, but we're trying to work through it.
Yeah, we have one person in our flight doing the same thing. 2
Same
left,
thing,
3 right.
control. So plan of action: get in the air, see if it fixes itself. If it doesn't, exit, reboot server, start again.
Yeah, we'll try that, because I'm not getting anything right now. So, yeah, we'll just see what happens in the air.
Yeah, it's really frustrating because I can't see my jet. So
2's set.
Seems like everybody else is having the same black problems as well.
3's hit.
Yeah, I think it'd get better once we get off the ground.
Yeah, that's the plan. We're going to see if we can do that. Alright, 5-second interval, and I'm going to take off, rolling.
Two's rolling.
3's rolling.
Good evening, Bat 3. You are number 2 for departure. Hold present position. Give way to Control 1, 2, F-16, taxiing Alpha. Panther 4-2, Osan Tower. You're out of line, mister. Contact the stop when you land.
One's airborne.
43, Osan Tower. You're out of line, mister. Contact the stop when you land.
3's airborne.
Bat 3, you are number 2 for departure. Hold present position. Give way to Troll 1, 2, F-16, taxiing Alpha.
All right, we're gonna go 350 and climb up to 10,000. Let's go ahead and change IDM to Victor.
Bat 3, you are number 2 for departure. Hold present position.
You guys copy Victor?
Give way to Troll 1, 1, F-16, taxiing Alpha.
2.
Used to have.
Good evening, Troll 1, you are number 1 for departure. Taxi Alpha. And then hold short, runway 09 or right. Troll 1-1, contact tower for takeoff. Switch 30880. Bat
You guys
3-1,
on Victor for IDM?
takeoff. Switch 30880.
3's hit to Victor.
Yeah, two's working on it right now.
Cougar 1, taxi Alpha. And then hold short, runway 09
All right, I got 3, waiting for 2.
Tell me how to do that again. I'm on the IDM page.
All right, so IDM intra-flight, and you can put the cursor on the comm top right and press 1, and it should change to Victor.
Okay. I got it. I was pressing 0.
Yeah, 0 is the only button that doesn't work, so yeah. All right, flight tune uniform 6.
2.
3.
Panther 4 checking in uniform 6. Anybody else in the freak? Really hope there it's fixes, or actually, Mailman, did your black screen go out?
Yeah, well, hasn't happened except on the ground.
Sounds good. Three, if you could, monitor uniform 2.
3.
And then tell me who's taking off and stuff.
I think the strike flight is taking off right now.
Copy. Yeah, just give me updates and monitor uniform 2.
Cougar 1 is about to take off. I think they're holding short.
Three, if you could, tell Cougar 1 that the black screen goes away in the air. At least for us it did.
3. Barrett 3 is taking off.
All right, we got a time 10:28 is when they hit the target. So let's go ahead and go to reference steer 5.
3.
2.
Go ahead and set up your harms if you need to, because we have a little bit of about 12 minutes to get over there. So go ahead and set up your harms. So flight fence in, lead is 10-9.
2 is 10-1.
3.
3 is in and 10-3.
I need the SA3. The SA3 is... oh, I didn't put it in there. Find it in. SA3.
Package bat.
203.
Bat check in. Bat 3-1. Bat 3-2 uniform. Bat 3-3. Bat 3-4.
Panther reads you. Our ships are good. We're heading to steer point 5, waiting for strike to take off. I think they took off. I was having one of my people monitor.
Bat.
Arm. Hero. Let's see. Table. I need to do this. I want table 3 to be SA3. It's 203. Where is it at? 203. Yep. 203. Sweet. So our job is the southern SA3, so we'll go after that. Make sure you set up for the southern SA3.
Yeah, I got a table set up for the 3, 17, and 2.
Yeah, same.
I believe mine set up for this one. Actually, yeah, mine is too.
Primary real weak on Victor, at least from me, just so you know.
Alright, I'll try to speak up. I can speak louder.
Patrol checking in. Uniform 6.
Panther, gotcha.
Cougar 1, gotcha.
And flight, once you're airborne and altitude, go ahead and set standard 2992.
Cougar. Bat. Frames is picked up for me, and I do not have the black screen issue anymore.
Copy. Different. That's fair.
Panther 4-1, entry 7, picture clear. Panther 4, entry 7, be advised, off station, 15 minutes.
Alright, 3 if not already tuned to uniform 6.
3. Get 2 UHF2 went quiet. You'll hear just transmissions from the AI.
Sounds good. I think everybody's up. All right, 2. I want you to have a harm ready for pre-brief mode or pre-brief launch for SA3.
2.
And whenever you see it, shoot at it. If it's beforehand, so if you see it, go ahead and attack it.
2.
We'll just orbit around steer point 5.
2.
Package Panther 4, 3 ship on station, steer point 5, and dirt 17. Alright, coming left, heading 100. Correction, right 100.
Control 1-1 entry 7, picture clear. Control 1 entry 7, be advised, off station 10 minutes.
That's not cool.
No.
Alright, flight go trail 1 mile.
2. 3.
Dirt 10.
Panther 4-1 entry 7, picture clear.
Nels 29 near steer 6.
Panther 4 clean.
Okay, bad flight passing steer, our steer 4.
Panther 4-1 entry 7, picture clear.
We're going to trespass the 2 and shoot it.
Number 1 passenger 4.
Control 1 is going to go air to air for now.
Panther 4, Sentry 7. I'm controlling, but nothing's fit.
Two's got 29 nails. Will be about heading 020.
1, Sentry 7. Contact confirmed hostile.
Panther, one's the same.
Control 1 has
32.
29 at bullseye 075 for 83, 20,000 feet.
Panther, contact.
Control is engaging.
.29 nails are now off mine.
Yep, coming right.
Two's got data.
All right, off right.
2.
Control 1 factory again.
Three's gonna spike this fence on you guys.
2, 29 spike at about 000.
Yep, keep the turn. You could cycle your jammer if need be.
Oh yeah, no problem. I'm just letting you know.
I'm clean now. It's kind of weird. 29's being kind of weird. Oh, there it's back.
Right.
Control 1 is being engaged.
Hey, Wax is sunset. I think midnight.
Package bad plate is clean or naked SA2.
All right, MiG-29, bullseye, 07360, 21,000, hot.
2 sorted.
Two, monitor that guy.
2.
3, we're gonna go over here, look at this guy over here.
3.
And music on. Secondary MiG-29, bullseye 07074, 9000, hot.
Data received. Initial contact still proceeding to the southwest.
Yeah, it seems to be merged, about to be merged.
3 medium bullseye.
Yeah, he's cold.
07715, Angels 23.
3, monitor this one. Panther flight, committed MiG-29s over the water. You got the center one in the middle. Panther 4-1, Fox 3, Bullseye 077, 77, 16,000, MiG-29.
2 sorted on same. Mike. My initial target's off radar.
I'm going to support this one and be able to shoot the trailer.
Yeah, I'm trying to get him right now. Panther 4-2, Fox 3, MiG-29, 076 for 67, 17,000.
Panther Pitbull Bullseye 079, 67.
2's cranking about 045.
Yeah, one's off south. Defensive missile.
3 defending.
Chat. Flare.
Two's clean.
Alright, Panther, come south.
Yeah, 2's got a 29 spike, middle of the ring.
Altitude.
At 3 o'clock.
Yeah, keep coming south. I'll turn around a little bit.
Package be advised, Bat has harm inbound SA2, SA17.
Panthers engaged. MiG-29s.
Two's established heading 185, 29's on my 6. Be the north.
Fox 3, 089, 68. Fox 3 close.
Cranking west to support.
Alright, one's cold at Pitbull, so go ahead and, yeah, if you're clean, turn around.
Copy. Doing.
3, continue south.
3.
Two's defensive missile in the air.
One same.
3 defending missile.
I don't know why they have missiles.
Chat. Flare.
Cougar 1, Fox 3. 100 for 52, Angel 23.
It might be theirs going off. Just flow south. This is getting very confusing.
2. The 29 is close.
Panther flight's in trouble south end.
3's clean.
Another missile in the air, guys.
Alright, one's turning back around.
2's doing same. 2's doing same, turning north.
Fox 3 close, 098, 76.
Chat. Flare.
Panther flight, pause it.
Bullseye 106, 74.
What's your Angels prime?
On the deck.
Control 1 engaging. MiG-29, 110 for 63, 15,000 feet.
3's turning back point.
Coming at you, prime.
Scratch that. Defender out of this.
Pretty much good. There's a leaker, Bullseye 110, 60, 18,000, flowing north. 10957. He gets merged with someone. 18,000.
That's Stroller 1 merged.
Two sorted. Missile in the air. Is that one of yours?
It might be trolls. All right, flight. Go and POS missile at the SA-17.
Two is visual. Below you on your 5.
One is going north.
2.
You should POS SC-17.
Yeah, we're going to POS the SA-17.
Gotcha.
All right, stand by. I'll do mine first. Panther 4-1, harm away, POS, SA-17. Timeout 2 minutes.
Like 29 is down.
3 go and fire at 3110.
3110.
Correction, 3210.
Dot 32, Fox 3, bullseye, 3355, Angels 20.
Bat 3, Fox 3, bullseye, 03355. MiG-29.
3, everybody going off? If not, turn cold.
I'm looking for what you're looking at.
Just go ahead and turn cold if you're hot.
3.
Well, in this cold leg, go ahead and set steer point 17 for or the 17 threat circle as your thing, and we'll turn around and do a POS on the way back.
3.
And 2, if you see the 3 come up, go ahead and kill it.
Okay, I'm still stored on the 17. I'll get back on the 3.
He's low, he doesn't have any missiles. I think I'm out of guns.
Bullseye?
I don't have him anymore, but he's in the range of 135 and 45. Low, like 5,000 feet.
All right, 3, go ahead and turn around and sniper the 17.
3.
Stroll has been his jet and is Joker fuel. Gonna land alternate.
SA-17 timeout harm.
3's flowing back to steer 5 to get established on the SA-3.
Yeah, Cougar 1 copy.
One's coming back.
General area, we'll look in.
Excuse me, 2 is.
Status of SA-2.
Bat flight, SA-2, active.
Yeah, and 3, whenever you get a chance, slap shot the 17, or sniper 17. I'm gonna try to hit the fire dome, the search radar. Panther 4-1, Magnum SA-17 search radar. Timeout 2 minutes.
Caution. Caution.
2's turning back to commit on the SA-3.
I'm waiting to get closer. I'm out of range.
Of the 17?
To launch from Magnum.
Oh, you should be in range from here. I was in range.
Oh yeah. I just noticed.
Let's go ahead and launch on the 17 now. The T.
Can't get the darn things to light up.
Yeah, I got one out, harm out, so it might light up for this one. And I'm trying to get another one off.
Package be advised, SA-17 bullseye. Bullseye 03162.
Lead, I got a Spike B. Is that anything with the 3? I can't remember.
To the northwest.
Got a harm out on that target. 1 minute. It's an A with a dot underneath.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Thanks.
Yeah, it's AAA.
Chat. Flare.
Yeah, this is a B.
Oh, a B? Yeah, no, you're good.
Is that B anything to do with the SA-3?
It's a bar lock for the 5.
Oh, okay. Okay, 3's almost, 2's almost at the SA-3 west, turning back to steer 5.
3, able to get a harm out at the 17?
Yeah, I got 2 up.
Copy. Let me know when timeout. I got 20 seconds now.
Nothing going on at the 3 yet.
SA-17 search radar. Timeout. Panther 4. 2 more at the targeting radar.
SA-17 search.
And at the SA-17, we got 2 more out at the search or the fire control. Timeout SA-17.
Lead, if you want, I can penetrate that west a little bit and beam and try to get them lit up.
Negative.
Copy.
Panther bat.
Go for Panther.
Say bullseye on timeout 17.
Timeout bullseye harm was bullseye 06459.
Copy.
Three's lateral, steer 5, turning back to try to refire the SA-3.
Copy. And if you ever see the 17, slap shot at that. So you have 2 options, the 3 or the 17.
Is Magnum. Target
Copy.
030 for 87, SA-17.
Bat 17 active.
Cougar 1-1 defensive, SA-2.
Uh-oh. One more.
Magnum SA-2 tracker. Bat 3-3.
Lead 2. you, I'm thinking of heading like due north, just skirting this west, maybe get them light up.
Press.
2.
Nails 29. Got nails 29 north.
Copy. Switching air.
All right, everyone, start wrapping it up here. We got another flight of 29s coming in.
You got a bulls on those nails?
Negative bulls.
2. Two's going to come back towards you. 1.
Cat 31 Magnum SA-10 bullseye 00468. Second Magnum on that 10.
17 active. Two, when you get a chance, slap shot SA-17.
Yeah, I just heard that. Let me switch to it real quick here.
When you do, just call it over uniform.
2. Okay, 2's committing on the 17.
Copy, be careful, you're close to the 3.
Right. I got the 17 on my RWR, so maybe we'll get them.
Yep, continue, or press.
Going to rejoin with you.
Hey, firm, rejoin.
Panther 4-2 Magnum on SA-17. Darn it. Hold on. That one's going to miss. Let me try it again.
Investigate the 29, nails 29, north.
Cougar 3-2, Cougar 3-3 is hit. Cougar 3-3 is hit.
I have Toy on E1.
Yeah, I just can't get within range of that 17 lead.
Copy, come off.
Reference and steer 5.
All right, package, Miller time, start heading home. Flight status, bat.
Cougar 1-2 Magnum 04536 SA-17 Alpha 1 minute.
So you still have both harms?
No, only 1.
Copy. Whenever you get a chance, do the SA-17 if able.
Yeah, I've been trying. I just can't get within range. Let me try again.
Should be way within range now.
Yeah, not according to my DLZ. Let me try. I'm only 37 miles off them.
Yeah, it should be pretty good there.
Cougar 1-2 timeout.
Okay. Let me get a better azimuth on him. He's on my RTB. Now he turned off. Damn it.
Bat 3 status.
Panther 4-2, Magnum SA-17.
Cougar 1 status.
Timeout 145.
Cougar 1-2, Cougar 1-1 KIA, Cougar 1-3 DC, Cougar 1-2, return to Steer 7.
Copy. Package. Return to base. Repeat RTB.
Cougar 1. Bat 3-3. Bat flight Miller time, RTB.
A firm. Alright, flight, rejoin echelon left.
2, 3.
Fence out minus lights. Lead is 05.
Two is 3.8.
3 is 051.
Two's got 29 nails, due north.
1 clean.
Yeah, he's gone.
They got pretty hairy.
Yeah, it's fun though. That 17 came up after I shot again, so it probably missed.
Yeah, 17 was pretty stubborn. Alright, flight reference steer 1, heading back home.
2 reference 1, 86 out.
3.
You wanted lights on, right?
Lights off. Lights off for now.
2.
Go and go echelon left.
2, let me catch up here. Two's visual level after 5 o'clock.
Blind, I got 3 on the left.
Yeah, I'll be there in a second.
Hey, Alpman. Hey, John. What's up? Thank you for joining. Yeah, we just did a. I'm not sure if you caught all of it, but we did a mission, arm mission. You can always go back and watch it, but I'll have chapters after I stop the stream. We'll go over the debrief after we get on the ground. Yeah. Hey, Alpman. It's been a little bit. It's definitely been a little bit.
Yeah, my first shot, I meant to go 17, is still sort of in the 3. The wasted harm.
Ah, oh well. Yes, this mission got little spicy there. We had some MiG-29As with the AI strike flight, and we were the seed protecting the AI strike flight, and got a little spicy there. Definitely got a little spicy. Coming in hot. All right, kicking it up to 300.
2, 3.
All right, flight fence out. Lead is 4.7.
2 is 3, 4.
0 is 4.7. I mean 3 is 4.7.
I can see the other flight in front of us in line of, or right echelon on the FCR.
About 3-2, buddy spike.
Somewhere. Yep, Alphaman, definitely give it a watch. I'll add chapters shortly after I end the stream. I'll add some chapters in there, so it'll be a little easier. Oh, that was definitely stressful. That's 2. Should be 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Picture there.
Yeah, they're about 15, 20 out.
Yeah, should be good spacing for overhead. That runway.
Panther 1-1, Cougar 1-3.
Go for Panther.
Panther 1-1, as a single ship, are you okay if I just do a straight-in landing?
Yeah, that's fine. Yep. I think you're with 2 other people there, aren't you?
One died, one left.
Okay, I see on FCR bullseye 20740. There's a group of y'all there, I think.
Could be the AI. Could be 3.
Oh yeah, possibly. So yeah, just go ahead and do a straight in. I think it's runway 9 we're using, so it'll be in the opposite direction.
Roger, Cougar 1-3.
The heck, all my cockpit lights just went out.
You get it back on?
No, hold on, I gotta turn on my spotlight.
Alright, flight, we're gonna start heading down, nosing down.
Got him back on now, that was weird.
Package Panther flight 31 miles from home plate, gonna switch to uniform 7. Alright, flight, gonna offset a little bit to the left.
2.
Wait for everybody's in. Should be in now. Overhead flight. Overhead.
Good evening, Panther 4-1. Osan approach. You are cleared all the way in for overhead approach. Runway 09 left. Welcome back.
Panther flight of 3.
Intake 2974.
Gonna go 2974. Panther flight of 3. Inbound from the east, 25 miles, landing runway 25 right, 25 left.
Bat 3, flight of 3, inbound, 12 miles east for a 09er left straight in, full stop.
It's left, should be left.
Altitude.
Landing runway.
Panther 4-1. Osan approach. Runway 09 left for landing.
Hey Andre, we should have a good landing here. It's nighttime. We started when it was daytime, so we planned it to have a nighttime landing. Yeah, definitely watch the other part of the video. Pretty spicy moments there with MiG-29s and SAMs. Definitely a spicy time.
Bat 3 entering left downwind for Osan 09er left.
2's blind on you, lead.
Low 2 o'clock.
Chaff, flare.
Visual.
Now we're gonna try a right base.
13, runway 09er left downwind.
Try a right base for runway 09 left, and we'll do an overhead brake and do a overhead left or right brake to continue.
Cougar 1-2. Contact tower for landing. Switch 30880. Bat 3-3. Contact tower for landing. Switch 30880.
Panther go on the tower.
Bat going tower.
Sorry about that, lead.
I didn't even notice. Osan traffic. Panther flight of 3 on a 11 mile
Cougar 1-2.
downwind for runway
Continuing
09
down for
right.
Runway 09 or left. Report on final.
Left.
Cougar 1209 left, turning base. Left base.
Hey guys, just a heads up. My internet went out.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's not back up yet, so I'll check in hopefully before debrief.
Copy. Yeah, we're all landing now. Can you drop trap independently from flares, or do they drop together? So it depends on your program. So I have a
Cougar 1-2, runway 09 left on final.
I have a certain program
on
where
4-mile final.
some are chaff and flare only.
Turning base.
Some are chaff only, some are flare only. Then I have a program where it only does one flare.
Nice horizon.
Yeah, it looks pretty nice. All right, flight. The runway is to our 3 o'clock. We're gonna be landing on that runway over there.
Bat 3-3. Osan Tower. Continuing bound for runway
Actually,
09 or left. Report on final.
I'm gonna scratch the overhead brake because it's nighttime.
1-2. Osan Tower. Weight 150 at 4 knots. Runway 09 or left. Clear for landing. Jet gear down.
Flight.
You're gonna do straight in?
Yeah, straight in. So kind of get a 1 mile trail.
09 or left. Full stop.
2.
3.
33, Osan Tower. Continue inbound for runway 09 or left. Cougar 12, abort landing. Vector 265. Contact approach for resequencing.
Panther flight of 3, turning right base, runway 09 or left for 6 miles.
1 mile final, bat 33.
Overhead brake, great way to lose SA. Yeah, night overhead brake is not recommended. I'm like, let's not do the night overhead brake.
Bat 33, contact ground. Switch to 25370.
All right, flight starting to slow it down here.
Bat 33 on the ground.
Cougar 12, contact ground. Switch to 25370.
Also on traffic, Panther flight of 3, turning right base, or turning final 5 miles, runway 09 or left.
Cougar 12, clear 09 left. Bat 34 on final, 3.2 miles out, runway 07 left. 09 left, sorry.
We're on the same position here, Bat.
My nose will collapse.
Bat, say distance.
2.3.
Visual traffic. Alright, flight, we're going to follow the guy in front of us, start slowing it down.
Taking left lane.
Panther.
2's on final, continue.
Just separation. Make sure you separate.
Copy, I'm right behind you.
If you need to go around, go for it. Don't know why the lights aren't on.
I just want to stay all the way at bat, but we're okay.
Bat 31, clearing active right via Echo for parking.
Panther 4-1 going around.
Panther 42's on final. Panther 42's on final.
Bingo.
Bat 33, my nose gear collapsed.
Great. Oh, my nose gear did some weird stuff now too.
Hey, but I kept on the left lane.
Panther 42 wheels down.
Make sure you check your nose wheel. Mine went out as well for no reason, so I'm still in the air.
3's wheels down.
Okay, yeah, I'm good. Panther 42 wheels down.
It disappears. I think when your nose gear collapses, it disappears.
Panther 43, contact ground. Switch to 25370.
Man, is it dark down here?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why the runway lights aren't on.
Panther 42, contact ground. Switch to 25370.
What's going on? Well, gonna make a no-nose landing. Panther on final, no nose gear, landing 209 left. Time is it?
your main just collapse?
No, my mains are good. My nose is gone. Like it's disappeared. It's not even collapsed.
On my screen, you just like went to the ground.
Here we go. Boop. Whee. Turn off the engine. Alright, see you guys in debrief.
That's me, Prime.
Engine off. Oh, that's probably not good. That's fine. Off. Off. Unlock. Egress, egress. Leave the airplane. Cool. Classic. Alright. Alrighty.
Goodness.
That was crazy.
That was crazy. If you're at a 3D, go and unmute your mic.
Must have rained lately there. I figured, the hell, I'm just gonna go on the grass and it's augured in.
Oh, I'm out of 3D, all right.
Badger, you still in 3D? Might be AFK.
Getting out.
Okay. Those 29s were like, hello, man. I didn't. Goodness, that got spicy really quick.
Yeah.
So I was watching a little bit of the debrief, and you guys were way far south than we were.
Weren't you in the middle?
No, we were north.
Oh yeah, you were north. Yeah, you were the north. Yeah. You were trying to help. I was like, he's in the north. I'm pretty sure.
Well, so problem was I had y'all set in my IDM, and I didn't see you pop up.
Oh.
So I didn't know exactly where you were.
Yeah,
right?
we were on Victor. Yeah, we changed to Victor.
Oh,
yeah.
I see.
Yeah, it got a little exciting there with those 29s getting close to the inner ring.
Yeah, so y'all were calling 29s, and I'm like, naked queen.
Yeah, because we were a little spread apart there, so yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm curious of what the AI were doing, because I didn't see them at all. And then the midnight for the AWACS.
Yeah.
Like the heck.
Yeah.
Loading up the
Bunch of 29s show up and AWACS goes on a coffee break.
I know, right? Thanks for nothing.
What's with the runway lights? Jeez, that was
Exactly.
weird.
So I think 4 people's nose gear collapsed. So I've noticed that it's not even there. It disappears.
Wow.
So
It makes a sound first too, though.
yes, it does.
"Meow."
Yep. And then it goes away. The light goes off and it just disappears. So I'm going
It's a
to.
pre-programmed malfunction.
Yeah, I know, right? 2 misses, classic, 129. 3, you got a radar EW thing, something. Neat.
I think I hit that when I was using actually I do one hit with the head, and I think I locked it up instead of the 17 on accident.
Oh, okay.
Because I had the target ring, and I couldn't see like over the label, or under the label.
Oh
So
yeah.
can I start by this is utter chaos?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
It was pretty chaotic.
So-
That's how. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like, as flight lead to bat, this, first of all, we got frame drops, so my screen's going black and I have video evidence. But despite all that, I get back in the jet, and then we get through that and we take off, and everything just goes to straight hell. Like, it was insane.
You're talking about like the graphical stuff, or just like what happened in the mission?
No, what happened in the mission?
Oh,
like
yeah.
the graphical stuff cleared itself up.
Yeah. Yeah, it was that got spicy really fast.
So I had an SA-17 to the north of the 2, which I was trying to convey to Panther, which I think is prime.
Yes.
Yeah, and you all were shooting at the southern 17, and I was like, nope, that's not the one I'm talking about. I'm talking about the one to the north, which is that little red box up there.
Yeah, this one, the 2. Yeah, we're going after the.
So no, above that there's a 17.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Nice. That's something we
Yeah.
didn't
And
know
that
about.
thing, that thing's showing up right in the middle of that SA2 was.
Oh, nice. So it was.
So
Okay, so this the
Yeah.
the location of it calculated right there.
the location of it calculated in between the 17 and the 2 on
Oh, so
your
somewhere.
Tacview. Yep.
Somewhere over here. Nice.
Yep. And I'm trying to convey that to everybody, and it's just hard to do that. It's very hard to do that. And when you're trespassing in SA2 Wes, look at the 2 Wes, the north 2. Yeah.
Yeah. It's,
When you're
where is
trespassing
There.
that, and you're trying to convey there's an SA-17 right by it.
Yeah.
That's a difficult thing to do.
I heard you say a bullseye. I wasn't really. I was assuming it was this one. Pretty sure that
Nope.
bullseye you called was up. It didn't click for me. I just assumed it was this. I wasn't
Nope.
really.
No, I kept
processing.
requesting a bullseye call, because I wanted to verify which one you all were shooting at.
Oh yeah, I remember you told me which one it was, and I was like, this one. I was like, I don't know why you asked that, but yeah, I understand now.
And when you ended up calling the bullseye on that one, on the southern one, I was like, nope, that's not the one that I'm talking about. I'm talking about the one at 032 for
Yeah, up here.
60 something or whatever
Yeah,
it was.
it didn't click.
Yeah, all the way up there.
I guess you could have said
I was real-
additional SA2 north or something.
Yeah.
Something that was
fair.
probably
Yeah.
would have triggered my mind. Be like, there's another one.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, I was confused for a second too when you said that. I'm like, no, it's 6-4.
No, yeah. No,
Jesus
I captured
Christ.
that. Yeah.
Well, we'll go over that in a bit.
This was utter chaos.
So
dude.
I'm gonna,
Like,
since I'm hosting it, I'll go over my flight real quick.
okay, go ahead.
So we're at steer point 5, and so AWACS did nothing. We might as well not had anybody. So they midnight 15 minutes after we're on station, so neat. So after that, we saw them on radar, as you can see. Got the nails. Ripper was doing God's work by trying to shoot a couple of those things, so he does a good job with that one there. He comes off cold, and we're so the plan was to Mailman's job was to slap shot the 3 whenever it came up. That was his job. Our job at this moment was to take care of the 29s. So let's see, Mailman got off a 120. I got off a 120 just for defensive maneuvers, but they didn't even care. Like, they didn't even do anything. And then this is when started going on the inner ring. I was getting pucker factor 9,000, and I knew that they were behind me, so I was like, I'm the only person that could get us out of this all cold situation. And I had somewhat SA to know that he's not like right behind me, so I turned back around, like immediately foxed and immediately got out. Like, it was just Fox 3 close. Something like another Fox over here from Hammer. The Fox 3 close him. There's the classic AIM 120 BMSism thing. So I had him go defensive. My other 2 elements, or the other Mailman, I told him to stay cold so he can set up this grinder. Mailman went back hot. He's defending actually this missile right here. Yeah, we kept on getting random M's, which freaked me out, because I was like, I don't think 29 should have missiles here, but here we are freaking out over our own M's. But I mean, they're just out there emitting, so there's nothing really we could do about it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm thinking.
We're getting these too.
I even asked one time, is this somebody's shot?
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like, he's got to be 120s. But then you think they are, and you get turned into a fireball.
Exactly.
Oh.
So Man turns back because he's getting spiked. I turned cold because of this one. This is Hammer. This is literally Hammer's missile. Like, it happened at least 4 times.
Right.
And yeah, this is actually quite concerning because it literally locks
Yeah.
on to me, kind of.
And
No,
then
it's
they
just
get
doing its
29s on the inner ring, you know, and I'm.
Whose is this? It's mine. Yeah, it's mine. I Fox. That's the one I connected on. Yeah. We finally got one of them. The other ones are Ripper's in a merge. This is when I called merged. I was like merged at 18,000 against somebody, and then Ripper was like, it's troll. I'm like, okay, cool. So turn off cold and see the picture. And I'm able to see the picture. Ripper runs out of guns. Hammer 5-1 is coming in screaming and hot. This is when Bono shoots at, I think, the 17. I shot at the 17. This is POS mode, see if it comes on, because I knew people were up there, so we just shot at it. I don't think it ever came on.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah.
My 17 shot did the same thing. He turned off once I fired.
And what I was hoping here, so I shot at the search radar first. So I shot at the search radar to try to get it to come on. If it does come on, the search radar is dead, which forces the 17 to use its the tracking radar.
Right.
Plan B was the shoot here, have it shot at the tracking radar or the search radar, and if it comes on, to try to defend itself and shoot the aim this AGM-88. We have a second one on the way. That was my whole entire plan. If it tries to defend itself to turn on to get this one's right after it. But it didn't do anything, so it's like, all right. So kind of used 2 missiles there, and then we're trying again. I did the same thing, POS mode again, seeing if it'll shoot one of these things, but it didn't. It didn't even care. Like, it's just super smart.
What is that hit? Looks like it's tracking.
I think it's just positional.
He's thinking,
zoom in and look at timeout.
On this one?
I think that's him.
Yeah, on that one.
Whoa.
No, not yours, Bonos.
Just trying to use the heads, lock up the icon on the radar. But I don't think it looked at the SA-17.
We know primes go stupid. What does this one do? Where's the fire control?
Snowdrift. I think that's the search.
Snowdrift search, and the SA-17 should
right
be
here.
Fire control. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it got close, but must have turned off.
So we are hunting SAMs today.
Whoa.
And we have
So yeah, that was our strategy with that, and it didn't work out because it didn't come on, which you win because it didn't come on. So I guess in a sense, it's a win for the seed flight. I think this prom date's kind of in that range there for the 17, I believe. Yeah, ish.
Yeah, well within range.
And if it would have came on, it had missiles in the air, so it worked out. It was pretty good. What's happening over here?
And what's Panther's weapon status right now?
Hammers, or
Panther.
I think I think we had only one harm. Mailman had harms, and I think we had like maybe yellow aim or aim 120s. So we had I had one. I think everybody else had 2 or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Almost.
My first arm I screwed up. I was still sorted on the SA-3, so it was just a waste.
Ah. Yeah, I was trying to get the it wasn't coming up, so I was like, oh well. And I didn't want you to go into I don't want you to create danger. Like, you're no danger now. I don't want you to create danger.
Right. Yeah, that dumb SA-3 didn't do anything.
You just shot at POS mode. It hit something.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. It hit it, but it probably wasn't on it because it didn't turn on, but it just hit the geographic location. And that was
that's exactly what it was. I was POS on using the PPT.
So what we call that in real life is there's a couple of pink asses sitting in that fire control radar pointing and stuff, right?
Yep.
And you hear an explosion like 100 feet away from you. You're gonna turn your radar off because you're scared. So that's what Seed's all about.
Yeah. Yep, like across the street, it just explodes. Like Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's like okay, let's turn off for a little bit.
Yeah, you don't have to kill it. In fact, you usually won't.
Okay, so is this my portion?
Yep.
Yep. So our plan was obviously to attack the SA2 with 17 center primary or secondary. My plan was to split those 2, 3 and 4 off, which we did. And we were going to trespass the 2 MES to see if we can get it to light up. 1 and 2 could not get it to turn on its tracking radar. We have 0 tracking radar right now. And then 3 and 4 were going to come in hot after we exited the MES. That was the initial plan.
Yep.
And then shit hit the fan after that.
Oh yeah.
So 3 and 4 come in. You can watch that. I'm watching my own debrief as well. So, and then I think on the second ingress, we get 29s. So we're hearing your 29s calls. And we're searching for him. Jersey, what is he even? He dropped.
Yeah, he's
nope,
right
Jersey's here. Jersey's here. Jersey was telling me about non-responding IFF.
Spades.
Yep. And I was total air to ground there, so thankfully he was air to air tracking that stuff while I was air to ground. And so I switched to air mode at some point, and I see some spades and obviously helmet fire. But we never get a real track on the
2
air-to-air threat.
Oh.
But on the 2 as well, because we're getting mud 2, no mud 2. We're getting mud 17, no mud 17. Diego is calling mud, or he's calling mud 29 and nails 2.
Yeah.
So we need to work on like brevity.
Well,
right?
this is one of the first times we've had actual danger. So
yeah, no, it's fair,
it's
and I'm not,
good.
There's no judgment, right? There's no judgment. It's just brevity, because you hear nails, and if the radio cuts out after you say nails, then you're thinking, okay, air-to-air threat. Maybe I should switch to air-to-air.
Yeah.
But that's a debrief point for Diego. Go ahead, Diego.
So I was constantly getting active radar log by MiG-29 and by the 2 and the 17. Those were the 3 threats that I constantly had active radar log. It was on and off, and I only got 1 missile track once. I don't know if maybe it was an AMRAAM from someone else. So it cut off fairly soon.
Yeah, so I never had.
But yeah, brevity is very important. I need to work on that, especially on this amount of stress.
Oh yeah,
because this is a lot. This is a very different scenario from before.
No, this is what I wanted to say when we started this debrief is I was sweating.
Yeah,
and that's good. That's good. I like that. It's fun. It's more fun. I think we all learn more things when you find an SA-17 to the north of the SA-2.
Yeah, surprise.
And you don't. Surprise 17, and you don't know how to articulate that, especially if don't know if you're hot or cold, and you don't know if it's north or south or east or west, right? So, but I think to the point, I think brevity terms we need to work on. Fair, no judgment, right? We end up. I end up trying to. I try to sort the flight and try to get them to target certain things. I don't know how well that went. Badger, go.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty hectic. A lot of things happening all at once, like everyone's saying. note about that. It did engage one MiG-29, but he turned and burned and trashed my shot. That was the only air-to-air shot I took. Eventually, I came around, and I think I got a shot off. I don't remember which one first. I fired at the search radar for an SA-17 and was successful on that. And I believe then I also got the SA-2 and took care of that guy. Yeah, right there.
Yeah, Badger had 2 successful harms and 2 successful AMRAMs, I believe. And he was the only one, I think, in the flight that was successful. But
I got one SA-17, by the way. Must have been the last shot I made.
Okay, yeah. So I end up shooting in like probably prior to this. I end up shooting to. We're trying to sort the air-to-air threat while we're trespassing the mez.
Yeah, yeah.
And I keep losing lock. I can't keep FCR lock. I just can't. Keeps dropping, so I don't get a good sort. So I just tell the dudes to just shoot. I'm like, dude, shoot him. I don't care who it is, shoot him.
Yep, just weapons free, basically.
Yeah, weapons free. I end up getting a good.
You want some ketchup?
Ketchup. Juddy, you got your mic. Your mic's open.
No thanks on the ketchup.
No, ketchup is great on fries.
I'll take whatever I get.
Good.
So I end up shooting 2 MiGs, missing both, but maybe they turn cold. I don't know. So we I'm trying to reestablish a seed cap, like a seed, like combat air patrol, slightly trespassing the mez so that when we go cold, the hot element can go ahead and get them.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, this is the
same.
This is
thing as a grinder.
Right. So this is the air-to-air engagement. We fire a couple of shots and try to get them out of there. And then those dudes, I think, disappeared.
Yeah, Hammer started doing their job.
Yeah. And then we ended up having like SA-17, SA-2, MUD. We had 10, SA-10.
Yeah, there's a 10 up there.
All the way up there. Okay, I wasn't trekking that was that far north. Because I think I ended up shooting that twice. And I want to say the 17 got me or the 10 got me at the end. But I fired twice with about 5 seconds in between my shots.
And gotcha.
At the 10. What was that, the 10 or the 17?
Yeah, the 10 gotcha.
Yeah, I was intentionally staying within the unknown 10 Wes.
Yeah.
But very far away. I knew I was very far away, and I was trying to keep it active so my harm would track.
Was it on the inner ring and doing all its stuff? Was it?
Yeah. We had multiple 10 inner ring chirps, and Flight can attest to. I said, Singer 10, go defensive, get cold now. I said that a couple of times, maybe twice or 3 times. And that was prior to this point. This is way prior to this point.
Oh, was it?
We had 10 chirps on the inner ring.
Maybe somewhere over here.
And that 10 shot down your harms, huh?
Yeah, it did. It tracked both harms and shot him.
Yep.
So this is for him.
Wild.
One of these. Yeah, that one's. Yeah.
Yep, and the 10 killed both my harms.
Yep, and still got. So yeah.
Yeah.
Deadly.
So, bottom line, like, I'm not the best flight lead, obviously, but I think we did an okay job as a flight. It was pretty much chaos.
Yeah,
we started getting.
It's for all of us. It was basically chaos. But if you guys want to, while we're all here, so if you want to like at each other in the briefing in the BMS or the debriefing, so you can literally the flight members, flight leads, and wingman, you could at your lead or at your wingman and like do a little synopsis debrief paragraph if you would like. That's always an option. It's always good.
Go ahead.
So
no, you just tell me what I did wrong, what I didn't do right, what I didn't do in general, just what I didn't do, or what I did well.
Yep. So that's what that debrief is for, the Bravo debrief. At your wingman, flight member, whatever, and you can give them a little paragraph of what it is, and always be constructive criticism. We're all adults here, so just take it. We're all wanting to get better and have some fun.
Yeah. 3, did you have anything else to say before we move on to Prom's flight?
Not much. Actually, I thought you did a pretty doggone good job of leading the flight. I was watching the when you told us to spin, to set that up. I told my 4 spin right, and I'm watching the thing here, and I went left.
Oh yeah, I saw that earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, what the heck are they doing?
That looked pretty good though on the ACMI.
Yeah, a little split.
It looked like it was intentional.
I probably shouldn't have
I
said.
was trying, yeah. Yeah, you
And-
shouldn't have said anything, man.
Yeah, well, I thought maybe Diego was going to bring it up, so I come clean first. It took a little while for us to figure out that one was down, but we regrouped okay, and then got sorted up, boy, and everybody. It was a busy airport, a very busy dark airport, I might add.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't see a goddamn thing at night. I swear to God, I couldn't even see the airplane lights. I
Exactly.
totally lost SA when why? Isn't it supposed to be the lights so you can find the
It's
airplane?
supposed to when you we were all communicating with it, like that wasn't a problem, but it was dark. So Diego, you were number 3 on that flight?
Yeah. No, I was 4, but we lost 1, so by the
I think
end
it was
3.
Bat or Cougar. I know someone took over a flight because someone died. I
It
think.
was Bat 3 took over Bat.
Okay, yeah, I remember talking to them over the radio, and they did a good job with communicating.
Yeah, no, Bat. I listened a little bit of that on the after I died. Good job, 3 on taking over the flight. Very good job.
Yep. Prom date?
I was a little disappointed.
Oh.
I had a hung storage on my right hard point.
Oof.
Yeah, we were trying to work through that one. I was like, I hadn't realized that he already had released a harm. So I was like, okay, check master arm, check if it's powered. I don't even know if I got that across if it's powered on. But he's just
and
like,
I cycled my right hard point too, but it did nothing.
No, one says if it's hung, it's hung. Yeah, can't use that station.
Yeah, and when I went to SMS, it said hung stored.
But I think as a flight, I think we did a good job because I realized that was happening. I tried to walk you through it. Once I realized that we were too far in and you couldn't figure it out, I said 2 abort, 3 press. I think, Badger, you remember that?
Yes, I do.
I said 3 press, attack, SA-17 or whatever it was. And we tried to regroup after that, so.
Yes.
Yeah, I went cold with you, and they pressed in.
Yeah.
And as a good lead, you always have a no-go situation. So it's like if this happens, then I will abort. So if you don't have that no-go point in time, then you're going to get killed.
Yeah, it just sucks though. I had 2 targets of opportunity, or two times I had a PGM-2 on that right hard point missile, and it just would not come off.
Oh.
Yeah. So there was one point at which can we debrief a little bit more of Bat real quick?
Yeah.
I'll try to be quick, Prime. There was a point at which 2 was like, hey, should I shoot this? I was like, yeah, shoot it. He's like, even if it's a PGM-2? I said, shoot it.
Yeah, 100%.
And then he's like, are you sure a PGM-2? I was like, fucking shoot it.
Yeah, shoot it.
And that's when I think we found the hung store. And that wasted a lot of time. And it's not a criticism of Jersey. It's just, hey man, if your lead says shoot it, right? Because I know what the harm can do, right? The harm is going to go in, fly, open up its eyes, spread its eyes out even more if it can't find anything. I want you to shoot it to get that harm off so that that harm's inbound, right?
Yes.
So that's the debrief point there, is just, if lead says shoot it, just shoot it, and then we'll debrief it later if it was the wrong call.
I see
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's Badger.
Jersey.
Juddy?
Oh, sorry. It's cutting I'm on my phone and it's cutting in and out pretty bad, so sometimes it's hard for me to keep up.
And we were just talking about the whole.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
If lead says shoot, shoot.
Especially in this like dire last second situation, because this thing is shooting at prom date here. So if I don't know if it was this exact point where that happened, but if it was this point, trying to make a point, if you did have that harm out, at least it would be on the way to the SA2, and prom date might be able to make it home.
Yeah, I'll just say this part. I'll jump in on that part. We were a 3-ship, so I had Wolf and Rhodey with me. I had Rhodey mainly covering air to air. Those shots that SA2 was popping off, the first two towards the other flight over there, we didn't even see that. Like, it didn't pop up until I turned off. So I pretty much launched a harm and took out the snowdrift of that northern SA-17 you guys are talking about.
Oh.
So I got that, and then I started turning off to the left because I knew the SA2 was there, getting a little close. I went ahead and turned off. So yeah, those shots he did right there, we didn't see any of that because there's no way we would have got that close. And then when he popped that one off, I'm trying to get visual of it.
Yes,
I can't
seems like you somewhat had it. You maneuvered.
If I wouldn't have turned that way, I would have been good. And at the same time, I'm trying to jettison. It didn't work. It was too late. By the time I got the smoke trail, yeah, it was already too late. It was right there. And I saw it creeping up closer and closer. But yeah, those initial shots right there that are coming off. Yeah, because you see all three of us right there. I got Rhodey, I think, he's right behind me. Yeah, he's over there. Yeah, we're still pressing towards that because we see the 17. And then also on the way there, the 17 that you fired at prior, you and Bono down there, yeah, that one was lighting up. So that was our primary target. We were heading towards, right 12 o'clock of our passing our steer 4. We were going for that S-18. That was our SA-17. That was our primary target. And then we kind of broke off. I kept Rhodey air to air, and two and I, we kept pressing towards that 17. Wouldn't come on. So I'm skirting the outside of the WES of the 17, trying to get it active so number 2 can take a shot. Never happened. And of course, the 29 started popping up. I think I got one shot off at a 29, and he was pushing over 600 knots. Chased him down for a little bit. We turned back off, and we kind of flowed back towards steer 4 to reset. And we were going to head right back towards the 17 again, and then that's when you took your shot. And then I think we did one more loop around, and we went to go check it out. This is the first one by steer 6. In our mind, we're thinking, okay, we need to get this other flight needs to get these bombs off. We need to clear this area out. And then took a good peek, and I saw a lot of smoke down there. I saw a lot of stuff on fire, a lot of smoke. So I'm figuring, okay, they're down.
That's good.
And that's when the northern 17 that you guys are talking
came
about
into play.
Exactly. And the 2, if I remember, it may have popped on once or twice, but I think I remember somebody I think they were doing a follow-up check on it, but it never came on. So yeah, as we're pressing towards that 2, did get that shot off at the 17. Didn't see the 2 come active. Didn't see the missiles. Didn't see any of that until it was too late. But yeah, our main primary was that first 17 by steer 6.
Right here.
And yeah, it looked from what we saw, because it was an airport right next to it. We saw that like there was a lot of crispy stuff down there. So we figured that was good. But yeah, right before I got shot at by the SA2, that one came alive because there's a couple over there. I think there were 3. Yeah, there's 3 of them over there.
Yikes.
And,
just going into battle like it's nothing. Like, you know what? Don't care. Just send it. Bombs away, right over the 17.
Yeah, they dropped some bombs anyway. That's good.
The heck is Hammer 3 doing?
And yeah, pretty much after I got lit up,
I think it's Ripper. I don't know. Bombs everywhere.
Yeah, I saw Ripper earlier. I think he got shot down by something. I think
Ripper's over here.
Oh yeah, yep. He's in the midst of that. Let's see what happens there.
Well, let's see what when did they drop bombs? So they had first bombs. First bombs was at 28. Pretty good. AI, but the majority of it was about 2 minutes later. So yeah, it's pretty good. But they lived somewhat, and it seemed like they went air to air basically. Yeah, they basically went air to air. And then let's go to Rhodey. Do a quick little after prom date.
It was
Rhodey flight
on my end. First of all, for some reason, I did a couple of quick dances, but when I got into the jet, all of a sudden I was in ramp start, even though I hit taxiway.
Oh.
And I had to spool it up. I did. Then I did. All my MFDs were incorrect, so I had to set them up again.
Well, let's just go over what happened in this. It's not really a debrief point for like what was going through when prom date died. What was your plan after that?
I called on 2 to find out if something happened prom day because I did not hear a call.
Okay.
AWACS was not there.
Yeah.
And at this point, I was searching for 2. I got 2, and I told them where I was. I saw these MiGs because I was mainly on air, and I'm trying to get to him, but then I lose him. I could not get track on them at all. I was way too high.
Yeah.
And I guess my antenna was not pointing straight down, but I could not get a lock on anything in that area.
Is this prom date right here? Jesus. Going after he could 3v1 and he hasn't died yet? God dang.
I turned cold, and all of a sudden this SA-10.
Yeah, I know. It's like your AI counterpart. Oh, SA-10. Yeah, you went a little too far north there. Were you aware of where you were on Earth, like where you were?
I didn't. Like I said, I did not have any WES.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Circles at all.
All right, that's fair.
I do not understand why.
Oh. What? All right, Phantom.
Crap.
Yeah, you just I don't know what was going on there. So what was going through your head after Rhodey got shot down? If you remember.
From when prom date got shot down, I was trailing him. I was recovering after trying to shoot the SA-17 at the main target. In the end, we decided not to shoot because it was smoking. So I tried to link up with him, but I was like 5 nautical miles behind him. Then I just saw an SA-2 mud spike to my 12 o'clock. Then I just said, 2 SA-2 mud spike 11 o'clock. And next thing I heard was he said 1 defensive SA-2. And then I couldn't see him. And then he was moving left. And I was like, should I engage that SA-2? I don't know. So I just went left. And he was the biggest mistake I did. And I saw that guy. I forgot who that was.
Oh, it's
he was
Jersey.
from another element.
Yeah.
And I just followed him. And I said 2 body lock. And I didn't hear Prom respond at all. I couldn't talk to him. Something was wrong with my IDM at that point. I couldn't do IDM out. So I just assumed that was him. I just followed the guy. And then I just waited for a few minutes. And I was like, 1. And then I said 3. And then 3 was still there. But 1 was not there. And I was talking to 3. Okay, let's get reset. I think I'm going to engage the SA-17 that we were going for up north, the one that we popped up with. And I didn't hear from 3, and I saw 3 leave the game.
Yeah, he was gone.
I mean, disconnect later. And then I thought maybe he just crashed or something. So I went ahead to the SA-17. Then I heard you said package RTB. I pushed a little bit more and I just let the harm go and I just RTB'd. While I was running back, I just kept getting spiked to
Yeah,
my
this
6
thing
o'clock
was
from a
like
MiG-29.
it was
It's
on
not
you.
one, but it's
Oh
two
my goodness.
MiG-29s.
It was
And
on
then
you.
eventually,
Pretty
I
good.
entered the Hawk site because I had the Hawk site as my PPT, and I just thought, it should be okay. I did try to go backwards a bit. I wanted to ask another element for help, but I was like, nah, it's I'll be okay.
That's got to be a bug in the AI right there.
Yeah, what is he doing?
What is the
It's like
problem with that AI?
because he's flying. It's hard to shoot straight. Like we all know how that is. Like it's hard to get the pippers going flying straight, and it's just spazzing out.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I
And
got a
probably
stormtrooper.
runs out of fuel, or yeah, hammer brings a hammer or a arm or a
Hammer
the
killed him
Hawk.
somehow in
The
the
Hawk
end.
got him.
Oh,
So
Yeah,
that was
too
good that you
much
flew
enough.
towards the Hawk
Yeah, it was good. That
with
was really good.
MiG-29 in trail.
Who's speaking there? Was that Phantom?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it.
Jimmy's.
That was good.
But I remember Juddy saying Buddy Spike over uniform. I remember that. He's like Buddy Spike something something bullseye. And that's Phantom. That's when you need to be listening to uniform and kind of, if someone says Buddy Spike and you're locking on to someone, you have to kind of correlate what it was and see if your bullseye is next to them, and then it's all this different things you need to just eventually be able to do automatically. But that would have been a way.
Really
that would have been a way to figure out who that was.
It was really good
I
essay
did-
by Phantom there.
Yeah.
I did had a Buddy Spike, but that was long after this. This was on my way back from the SA-17 strike, and I did not hear a Buddy Spike. And I also don't lock on to who I think was Prom. I didn't lock on to him for a long time. I just lock him just to confirm where he is on my HUD or HMCS. Then
Yeah.
I unlock because I don't want to stay locked onto a friendly.
Yeah. Yep. It's all very good points. Very good points. And I remember it was you on the radio talking. You were singleton. I was making
Yes,
sure
but
you're.
I didn't take over the flight because at that
Yeah.
point it was just me.
I was seeing these three, and you were over here. I was referencing these three guys, but you were over here. We landed. You asked if you wanted to go straight in. Landed super dark. We spread out a little bit. Landed.
And then my nose gear collapsed.
Yeah, so mine was collapsed. I went around. I went too close here, so I went around. Came back, and my nose wheel was already missing. Already gone.
Had that happen a few times to me already, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
It's a BMS.
It's a bug.
Yeah, it's a bug. All right, that was a lot of information, and we're still relatively early. We did all that in a debrief, and it's relatively early. Thanks everybody for coming. Like I said, put in the debrief at your wingman, at your lead. Give them what you want, and see you guys next week. We're trying to do BVR if Falcon 4 radar works. But yeah, so hopefully you learned something. Well, actually, so Phantom, I think it's one of your first times with everybody here. So tell me one thing you learned today, Phantom. Just one thing.
I'm sure I learned a few things. The geospatial part, never really bothered to pay attention to that, but that was something new that I learned today. The fact that it says it changes the circle based on the radius of the circle based on the launch range, that was something new to me. The other things mostly I've done by reading, but it was still quite fun. I'm trying to try to see something else. Dirt. The word dirt.
Oh yeah,
That's new to
brevity,
me.
dirt and mud. Yeah. Yep. Let's go with Diego. What's one thing you learned today?
Oh dear. Yeah, brevity. I should stop using brevity if my mind can't handle the workload, because sometimes I start thinking about what to say instead of just doing the thing and then saying it later.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to think about the brevity. So it could become a handicap instead of a benefit if you don't know them that well. So I just should verbalize what I'm doing and say, I don't know, missile tracking me from an SA-10 instead of thinking about what the word is and then defending.
Yep, this is very true. Yeah, if when in doubt, use English. Like
you just use trucker comms.
Yeah, help. Yeah, something. It's like yeah, I don't know, something.
I got something on my ass.
I got a 10 with a diamond on the inner ring, and it's chirping at me.
Help. Yeah, that's basically it. But yeah, I just got some of the. Let's see. I do roadie. So what's one thing you learned today?
Oh goodness! I gotta triple check my data cartridge.
Ah, yeah.
Because I thought I did every single time, even when you moved the bullseye. I could have sworn I did it, and for some reason, when I got into the jet, everything was screwed up, and that was because of the IDM. I have no idea why. In the air, I kept with Rom to what he was saying. One, I did not know when he got shot down. It wasn't called over uniform or anything. I did not hear it, and I assumed that he did because I was looking for him on an HSD, and he would not pop up. All I saw was number 2, and that's when I got.
What number were you? Were you 2? You were 3, right?
I was 3.
Okay. Yeah, because sometimes you could see if you're tied, you could see the data link or the attack and go to dashes, and you kind of know your other person's gone.
Exactly. So I
That's new.
I gotta take a look at that because it'll tell me if number 1 is shot down or not, and then I have to switch over to take lead, and I have to switch over my tack end to his, which was 15.
Yeah.
So I got to remember that.
Yep. I'm not going to go through everybody, but if you could use the debriefing section down there, that concludes the, I guess, formal debriefing. But go ahead and
you're not gonna pick on me today.
Not today. You were in a 4-ship and it was complete chaos. I think that's pretty picky right there. I think that was fair.
No, that's fair.
Because that was pretty crazy.
A couple of things I learned: shit hits the fan faster than you think, and you probably are doing a better job at leading a flight than you think.
Yes.
Things that I learned.
Yep.
And repetition is key. Like, you're gonna get experience, so don't feel bad if you're pulling 2, 4, 3, or 1, right? Keep doing it, and you're gonna get better. So.
Yep, absolutely.
I think we all did a great job. I think it was fun. It was absolutely fun. I had the most fun in this in a long time flying BMS. So it was
I got a question.
Pleasure.
Yep. Thanks, Gump.
Yep.
Go ahead, Rody.
If I am flying number 3, should I, since second lead, should I go X-ray?
So it would probably be better for you just to go whatever lead was, because everybody else is set to whatever. Exactly. So you would just set, and if he dies in the moment, you're not going to worry about that in the moment. So it'll just not matter for the next 3.5 minutes. You're in a firefight. So if you have time, take care of it. But usually, if lead dies, you're in trouble. Like, something's happening. You can't just worry about tack in at that exact moment.
Right.
So yeah, just take lead. Like, see if he's gone or not. Say status or something, and then take lead, and then yeah, just control the situation first, and then start communicating.
Yeah. All right. Not a problem. We'll work on that.
Ooh, so much stuff. Well, I'm glad I got this. So yeah, next week, BVR, probably. So,
yeah, if you roll back a little bit, I did engage on the same target that Ripper engaged on when I was assigned air-to-air.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine. Oh yeah, that's about it. Don't want to keep you guys too much longer, but
All right.
that's
No
that's about it for me.
Alrighty. You have a good night. Thank you for the flight.
Yeah.
guys.
See you guys later. Thanks for
Fine.
setting it up, Prime.
That was a hell of a lot of fun. That
See
was a
ya.
hell of a lot
Yeah.
of fun.
Thanks.
Yeah, it
Thanks.
was.
Presentation.
Good stuff.